Alrighty, hello
So what I've been
everyone.
doing is I've just
Hello.
been.
Whoa.
Yeah, sorry I end up
Oh, we
starting the
also
stream a bit
need
later
the
than usual.
tents. So I said I was gonna drop 5 gold on the tents.
Oh, you're talking about equipment stuff. All right, but yes, hello everyone. Sorry and for not starting the stream earlier than we typically do. Kind of got caught up with a few things, both DMing things and also stuff with party. But we're here now, and greetings and hello and brain and words and things and stuff and the
Head empty.
indeed.
So and I also put 5 gold in for the tents.
It tracks.
Oh right, yeah, you guys were discussing about preparing for survival expedition things, which may or may not be happening in the near future.
Oh, it's happening. You can't stop me.
We gotta leave.
we wanna
Let us
leave.
out.
Let me out! Let me out! That is quite
You go to look
fair.
for Nox and she's
The
just
fuck you
drowning
guys
in
are
the
talking
river.
about? I don't want to leave.
No, the only one who's drowning in the river is Gal.
I think out of anyone, Gal is the most qualified to swim.
Yeah, but he's the most likely to get himself fucked over and drown.
Fair
Also true.
point. But
I
nonetheless.
literally have hooves for feet. I don't think I can swim that
You
much.
can swim.
I can't,
Dude,
but-
horses swim.
I was about to
But
say,
my gal, hell no, I can't.
creatures
He is the
with
most
hooves can
qualified.
swim. Like,
Okay,
Oh, no,
well,
is it
Gal's
caribou?
buff boy idiot man.
well, that's also fair. But
Uh,
I think he has enough capacity to know how to swim.
He's also
So-
a pirate.
I did the
Yeah.
math,
Mm-hmm.
and the character sheet is indeed wrong because it says I'm currently carrying 62.98 pounds when I actually should be carrying 32.5.
Well, what do you currently have equipped?
It's
Let me see.
not calculating.
We can
Oh,
probably try and
it's
figure-
also calculating your gold, because gold also has weight.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because you currently have about 1,400 gold coins in your pocket. That'll
That's
do it.
right. Yeah, I have 1,400 gold, which needs to. We need a fucking bank because I don't want to carry this much gold on me.
Don't you have it? Wait,
there-
who has the safe?
there
Who's
is
the
a
one
s-
with the safe?
I was about to say, yeah, there should be a safe in one of your guys' rooms.
How are you?
Yeah, I
There
believe that's
you go.
Kumal's.
I think I was banned from taking the safe.
Yes, you are banned from taking the safe, you fucking dirty pirate.
Would
But
you
yes, hello,
like an
Renegade.
account
Hello,
in the
bro.
credit union?
The Kumal Credit Union.
I almost forgot to call my bank.
First off, I paid all my
I still need to talk about
I paid all of my loan to the Kumo Credit Union as well as the interest.
But yes. Speaking of numbers, hang on. Trying to grab the thing. Gotta do this every stream. Dice.
How are we making purchases anyway? We just go to Tiala?
Tiala, and
I've
also
just-
like there is some stuff in town that people are starting
There's-
to make and sell.
I've just been doing it all above game to save time.
There's bound to be someone in town where I can just plop the headband on and ask them, "Hey, could you enchant this with Dream?" If not, then
Yeah.
just ask for a spell slot to be equipped to it to where I could just cast a spell on it later.
Yeah. Basically asking for
Oh!
an apprentice to help you enchant something minor.
Yeah,
Like,
which I
right,
can't do
that's-
today. I would have to do later because I did not get a long rest.
fair.
So I still have the payment from the orcs. Do we want to divvy that up?
my
I have
other-
3 units of.
Oh, I was about to say you guys have also since gotten your payment of the from the colony.
Yeah, I have 3 units of mammoth bone. Who wants their shares? Because I want one. Actually, I at least just want 1 piece.
Also, before we start getting into things, oh god, who didn't pick last time?
It's a sacred animal, I'll take it.
Farron, pick a color.
You got any turquoise?
I have blue.
I'll take
Don't
blue.
don't you also have green?
I do also have green.
Roll both.
No. You only can pick one color. And then...
I mean, turquoise is blue and green mixed together.
True, but you can only pick one set of dice. Anyway. What last session's dice picking may have been, but it's fine. Oh yeah, because my mic was muted for some reason. Because OBS was being weird. So that was picked last time. But anyways. And then next we will pick, eeny, meeny, miny, planes. Pick a color.
Royal blue.
Blue has already been picked.
Purple.
Purple it is. Alrighty.
You know, it's fitting that purple was chosen considering it's almost the 1 year it's almost the 1 year anniversary.
Hey.
We still got like
It
2
approaches.
weeks.
It's
3 weeks?
It's getting there. It is coming up soon.
Yeah, one whole ass year, and I still have yet to fist fight a fish.
Yeah, I'm sorry, fucking gal, fucking.
Man, I remember it was like, oh man, at some point in this game, I want to fist fight a fish.
I mean, hey,
Oh man.
depending on how things go, you might be able to do that in the near future. You are planning on going across a river, so yeah.
Okay.
So I think.
Oh right, I need to order more coffee.
No punching Plorp's friends. I saw that from Renagamer.
I can't help but think like Gal fighting a fish, and all I just hear is like the seal just literally slapping itself. I just see like just a bunch of like fins just flattering everywhere.
Just gal surrounded by fish, just like.
It's like the
Slapping the shit
question
out of
of
them.
how many.
They're all monks, so they call it Fury of Flippers.
It's like the question of how many second graders can you beat in a fight?
Oh my god.
That's a lot of
many
fish.
Anyways,
It's 1 gal versus 1 million fish. I don't know, man.
I think we are about 7 minutes over, so we probably should start getting into things.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes. Well, I suppose first I have a question to ask everyone before we get started.
Is it Houses of Himbo?
Is everyone ready to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Houses and
Himbo!
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So, thank you. At least finally someone answered that. You get a point of inspiration.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of,
So,
Answers normally inspiration.
so. Could one of the party members please tell me what happened last time we left our heroes?
A lot of talking.
Indeed.
While dreaming.
That too.
Plorping.
So
Plorping.
yes, Plorp. Plorp has fallen in. Dropped by.
we have many dreams.
Mhm.
Indeed.
Except for me, I don't dream. I punch.
And Nevena wants to fly now, and I feel accomplished. Yep. Oh,
Yep.
and Farron learned a cool phrase from his dream. And Dasher avoided the circus and went to the desert.
It doesn't feel great right now, but we shall take care of that sooner or later.
Lavender met the Riddle Bird.
Yes.
And
I don't know the
Katya
riddle.
is trying to visit.
Indeed.
Giving them good old elf lessons.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right. So, is there anything else the party recalls they feel is important to note?
I made a thing.
You did. You did indeed
I
make a
enchanted
thing.
Enchanted a stuff.
You enchanted. Well, yeah. You enchanted a stuff, which went. Yeah. Oh yeah, right. That was last time you did enchant a sword.
Yeah, I still need the
You imbibed your sword in
stats for
holy
that.
water. Wait, did I never get you that? Oh shit.
No.
Fucking all right. I'll have to get that in a minute.
There's plenty of time. We have 3 hours.
Well, if there's ever a break, I'll get that to you quickly. But either way.
It's fine. It's not like we're gonna have combat.
Either way. Is there anything else? Also, hi, Gab.
I apparently said something funny. I don't know what it could have been, but it was funny apparently.
Theoretically. Alrighty then. So, I suppose then, before we get into the session proper, we shall see to whom the fates smile kindly upon today. Other than Kumo. First and foremost, we
By the
have
gods.
a 2, so Dasher gets a point of inspiration. And secondly, yeah, a 5, so Gal gets a point of inspiration.
Hell fucking yeah!
Yay.
Alrighty, so
My prayers have been answered.
sure, definitely.
Well, when you pray to the goddess of fate.
I suppose so. Alright. And so, as we come back to our rowdy band of adventurers, in the middle of, well, partially finishing up breakfast, but also having a somewhat abrupt, introduction once again to a good friend of theirs, Plorp, who fell from the sky, apparently. It's weird. And as there were a multitude of conversations happening during this period, I can't remember where I put my hourglass. We returned I believe just as Plorp was sifting through their own, quote, water sample of the nearby river, and pulled out what looked like a preserved or fossilized, like, wooden skull? Or petrified wooden skull, pardon. Which they currently are just kind of waving over themselves, like, ta-da! As they're just kind of, like, showing it, like, huh?
What the?
I found this!
What?
What the hell is that?
What is that?
I believe it's a skull.
Uh-huh. Can I look at it, buddy?
Sure! Plorp just hands it over.
Florp, could you please not be so loud?
What? Oh, right.
You can't see it right now because I realize we're not playing with cameras. But I flinched trying to roleplay as Dasher. I am sorry.
Oh,
Dasher flinches.
I'm sorry. I'll be a lot quieter from here on out.
Anyway, skull thing.
Yeah.
What
See,
am
as
I
Plorp-
looking at here?
Roll a... What would this be? Nature or Arcana?
I like that one. I want to like more.
Medicine I might also allow, but...
I like the A1.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
Natural
that one
20.
a lot more.
This is a weird one. As you begin, first you set it down, like on the table, sort of dry off the river water, like with like just with a bit of a tablecloth, before just investigating it as you kind of set your plate to the side. It's weird because, of course, clearly it isn't really bone, at least not in the standard sense, as much as it's this almost like hardened, petrified, wood-like kind of material. It is the upper jaw and, you know, the main piece of the skull. It almost reminds you of like an elf skull, kind of. Except, like, It's weird. Like, you can tell it's, you're pretty certain what, this is either a magical, biological, like, process, or, like, this was somehow magically changed or formed in this way. As if either some being like this, their bones are just petrified wood or hardened wood, or this was turned into this.
Professor, what the fuck is that?
Where did you find this again?
It was in the river! Oh, sorry. It was in the river.
Thank you. On our side of the river, I presume.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Oh,
weird.
no.
It's not bone.
I didn't see any other bones with it, so it could have moved, but...
I'm gonna shimmy over. Nox is gonna shimmy over very quietly and make her way towards the stairs.
Okay.
To go upstairs without trying to gather attention.
Dasher is going to follow.
Group stealth check? From Nox and Dasher? Presuming Nox, you will allow Dasher to follow?
Oh, Dasher's trying to follow me?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to do this without anyone seeing me.
Oh.
I don't want anyone to see me doing this.
All right,
That's
roll
the
stealth.
case.
All right, roll stealth check.
No.
Yep. I believe that is below everyone's passive. So,
Yes.
there's a bit of a dull, just kind of the chair against the floor as you go to stand up.
Oh no, I was by the door. I had
Yeah.
come in after Plorp.
Oh, right, gotcha. Either way, the door creaks.
I just
Dasher is
stopped.
going to quietly and try to stealthily follow. Trying to go upstairs and be out of the way so that his headache isn't.
I will say, since everyone is looking, like, presumably everyone's attention is turned towards the door that Nox just came from, which is also the direction that Dasher is trying to go in.
No, he's wanting to go upstairs.
Oh, I thought you came
Yeah.
from the door
No,
coming from upstairs.
No,
No.
I came in
that
from
door!
outside.
Oh,
Down
sorry.
here.
Well, I'm herp derp. Yep.
There's
I'm
lots of
blind.
doors.
There are quite a few doors. Okay.
Sorry,
yeah.
I thought originally you were going upstairs, but no, if you're going down here, then yeah, no, Dasher's going upstairs.
Okay.
I came from
All right, in that case, it'll be a
outside
stealth check.
through the front door. Now I'm trying to go upstairs.
Yes.
21. Okay, so yeah, you'd be able to just slip away as everyone's attention kind of turns towards Nox, just like, I'm gonna take my leave.
So is Nox obviously trying to be stealthy?
Probably.
Yeah, like you see them still like start making the way across before this. It's all just kind of like as their foot hits one of the floorboards.
So I'll just like start talking a little bit more loudly, as if I didn't see anything.
Hell yeah.
Hi, person. Plorp just waves.
So I think we need to take a look at this further. Maybe we need to find the rest of the skeleton or find out where it came from. That'd be something along the way we can do.
I am going to continue eventually to make my way upstairs, even though I no longer have the element of stealth.
Yeah, you are unimpeded as you move. But nonetheless, Plorp just, I didn't really see where the other bones were, or wood. Just kind of looks at the skull. But I think it was swept downstream. As for how far upstream, Plorp just shrugs. The fishies didn't really know either.
The fish didn't know either. Let's see. I was going to ask the fish too.
Yeah, I already asked them. They didn't really pay attention, really, or really care.
The strange thing is, it looks like it. How do I put this? It never was bone. It looks like it was always wood. Like it's supposed to be that way.
Weird.
Right. Weird.
Neat. Plorp just sits back down.
Is there anything that radiating off of it, Professor, or?
Or anything radiating off of it?
Natural
20 Arcana.
Other than the menacing aura of the souls of the damned that's ready. No, not really.
Oh, that's pretty chill.
Oh. Well,
At least
I
not
have no
currently.
idea what it is.
Yeah, with a natural 20, if anything, you can tell that this might have used to have came from a magical creature. If nothing else. Whether or not it currently still holds magic, that would probably have either like a detect magic or identify or something else to look further at it. But
When my crystal pearl gets here, then maybe I'll learn more. But for now, I don't know. Whatever it is was a magical creature.
well,
Makes me wonder.
I mean, it does look kind of like a person.
Makes me wonder if it came from the other side.
Maybe. I haven't really talked to a lot of people on the other side though. Though they seem friendly.
Well, in any case,
Hayden at the table just like head slowly turns like what?
It just slowly turns away.
in any case, I don't think we have much use for it, at least right now. If you want to keep it,
Cool!
hold on to it.
Plorp just takes it and then just like boom, tries to put it on like a helmet.
How'd that work out for you, Plorp?
It takes a little bit before they just kind of squeeze their head in. And now they're looking through like the eye sockets.
Yes. Do me a favor, try not to break it if we do need it in the future.
Hey, look!
Incredible.
Great! They just hold their arms up in the air.
Man,
So what are we doing now?
It's a very good question.
Well, I plan on making a little trip. If y'all want to come along. But other than that, are we going to go cross the river?
That would be ideal. It's just a question of how.
You guys don't just swim across?
Well, I can get across just fine. It's everybody else that might be a problem.
Ah.
Well,
Don't
I
worry,
did learn
I've
to
taught plenty of tadpoles how to swim. I can do it, guaranteed.
Well, I did learn the magic to change my form. There's no way I'm going to use it. So it will have to be with a boat or maybe a magic item. So I think Gal did mention something about obtaining a boat of some kind, so we can go to the colony to either to requisition one or purchase one outright.
That'd be good. It'll probably take some time.
Okay.
So it sounds like we have downtime.
Oh.
Plop, you needed to go see a tree?
Yeah!
Still gonna pay us?
What happened to the acorn I gave you?
Yeah, I assumed that was payment for going there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 'cause it's not mine right now, it's still yours, I'm just holding on to it. right?
Did you lose it?
No.
Okay, good. Then you can have it.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, once we get everybody together again, sounds like Lavender has a trip, and we can maybe talk about heading down that direction.
Cool.
I'll show you all where I found the sapling yesterday.
All right. So, is the party is the current party heading out to the Spellwood Grove then, or is there anything else they want to cover before heading out?
I know Nox is for sure.
No one's told me about what's happening.
I gave you an update as to what's going on, and you said not your problem.
And I said,
so
yep, not my business.
Yep, so
really quick. Did I find my Terminic root
turmeric
in all of the dried rations that I have up here?
Oh,
or was that also dug into?
So, looking at the spice cabinet, first off,
It would have been the whole root, not powdered.
Oh, okay. The root hasn't really been touched. The various the various powders and jars and whatnot seem to have been tasted,
sampled.
Yes.
Which
also.
Yeah, no. Dasher will take the Terminic root and put it in his bag, so that way he can, at some point in a tiny bit, just make some sort of tea or something with it.
All right.
Because Terminic is supposed to be good for hangovers.
Mm-hmm.
How's Katya's Elvish lesson been going? Keeping in mind that I speak Elvish fluently.
Roll an intelligence check with advantage.
It is my first language.
Yeah, I thought we canonically decided. Never mind.
50.
Yeah, you're following along pretty fine. Of like, oh, this is effectively going across what a high schooler learning Elvish and like certain grammar and nuance things that there is the the what the school teaches you about how to say the certain thing versus spoken Elvish, and
so am I able to tell whether it's like she learned from a textbook or was she learned it naturally?
She studied it. It is pretty obvious that she studied it rather than being a native speaker.
At some point, he's just gonna be like a cheeky dick, and then just fluent Elvish, just for the rest of the time, just speak nothing but that.
Gal?
Yes?
I'm leaving. Katya, as you start speaking just perfect fluent Elvish, just starts moving towards the door.
I did Here, let me open that for you.
No, it's fine. You watch as the door just opens.
I did tell you that it is my first language when we first met.
Yeah, and I realized you were being a dick about it. And you weren't actually lying.
Whenever I get a chance, I'm gonna address Lavender.
Okay.
Lavender, did you say that you're going to the Spellwood? Is that correct?
Yes, we are.
For rights, is that correct?
That is correct.
I'd like to join you and do that as well.
All right then.
Farron, what did you say?
I need a lead powder before I go to the grove.
So you're wanting to shop before we go?
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's going to be more to carry, but I suppose we can do that.
Nox, if we could have a tiny bit of an aside.
That I can do. Do you mind giving me a minute?
Of course. Dasher will go into the kitchen.
I was asking Lavender. I'm following you.
Of course.
I will follow you to the kitchen.
Dasher will go into the kitchen. He will start grinding up the Terminic with a pestle and mortar. And as soon as he gets enough, he will start mixing himself some tea.
What all happened? You said something about a dream.
Apparently, I was able to control the dream for a tiny bit.
How so?
previously
Explain. What
said-
happened?
Well, you previously said my dreams have been turned into a portal. So I thought, why not change the direction of the portal? Kind of worked. Ended up in the desert.
A desert.
Tent came with me, though.
Was it the same tent or different?
I'm pretty sure it was the same. It was the same, right?
It looked the same, yes.
But empty.
Yeah. Went out, saw there was a desert, changed the way I was dressed to be better appropriate. At one point while we were fighting the frog, I thought I saw wings coming out of my back momentarily, so I would going to try to form wings, but turned out it was just tapestry.
Well, the dream world is great for that. It helps forge great many things. I mean, after all, that's where I grew up.
After a tiny bit of wandering, I felt an immense feeling of frustration, and then I felt I was being pulled back towards the tent.
Wait, hold on. Pulled back how?
I felt like I was being dragged.
Out of the desert, correct?
Out of the desert, back into the tent, and then an immense
Shit.
pain.
They realized you escaped. You know that, right? They realized you took a different route other than what they had set out for you. They dragged you back.
Which, if they're going to... I wonder if they're going to spin this as I went someplace I shouldn't have. Because they keep on pushing this narrative of truth is up. He squints a tiny bit.
I think it's more of you've deviated from the path they want you to follow. There might be repercussions for that. I assume that this headache is quite possibly the start of many.
Oh, I'm pretty sure also the blockage of my chakra isn't helping things.
I don't know about that specifically. Nature, what would I know?
About
I think this would be the first...
about like chakras, you mean, or
Yeah, just in
Okay.
general. I mean, being a
religion chakra.
religious
yeah,
medicine person,
yeah, religion or medicine, either or.
I got hired a medicine. Let's do medicine.
22.
22.
Trying to apply in terms of like there are certain like magically inclined sort of maladies and diseases and like other things that can influence like for some people magical use and spell casting, but also just like certain cramps and certain pains can be caused by certain like weird tamperings with the soul, of which you do know there are certain like focal points. Some people call them chakras. There are other names as well. Of which, for these sort of different points at which, whether it is the sort of motes that your soul flows through your body, or those are connectors between your body and your soul, there's a few different theories out on that, but nonetheless there is some kind of connection, and if there is something weird happening to them, or there's a blockage, that can have certain physical ramifications, depending.
Would
At
I
this
know
point-
of any form of treatment that I could deliver or administer?
Shorthand?
Also, at this point, would Dasher, now being told this by the Warren Watchers, realize where his blockage might be?
That's the whole point of why I'm asking, so that way I can help you possibly investigate that.
a lot of things that might target something like that would probably involve things like curses, which you don't think this is a curse, more so kind of just in, like... Or if it is a curse, it's a very deep-rooted one that you can't really address easily with just a BAM remove curse spell. You might need certain things extra on top of that. In this case, it's a little hard to diagnose specifics. The only things would be more so like, as there's a lot of medicine, unfortunately, treating the symptoms more so than finding a cure. Which for trying to clear that, shorthand would be a bit tricky. That might involve some other magical ritual that you're personally not familiar with. Though it right now would be more just like treating the symptoms, treating ailments so that Dasher doesn't feel as shitty. And things like that.
I will say, I just found out about the chakra blockage, and apparently I've had this blockage.
So it's not something that's appeared after your dream.
No.
That's good to know.
My body feels wrong. Feels bulky, heavy.
Could you move? Sorry, you. As Dasher and Nox are talking.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you see, Kurak.
Let's get out of the kitchen.
Yeah, reaching for like one of the spices. No. It okay. I did not listen. And she just grabs one of the jars of a spice and goes back over to the pot.
Speaking of getting out of the kitchen, Dasher, before the night is over, I would like to have a look at you, but as much as I feel for your situation, I need you to come with me to the Spellwood today.
All right.
I need your eyes on something.
The Warren Watchers are sending for someone to help with the chakra situation.
That's good. I'd still like to give you a once-over and make sure nothing else is wrong, especially after that dream. Or nightmare, depending.
That's why I asked to have this conversation.
I'm glad you did.
Also, well, we now know that I apparently can go to the same place that you and Farron can.
At least the same place that Farron can. What you're describing is a place that he's described before. It's not one that I've been to, though.
So,
Nox?
I don't remember much of...
Pardon? Nox, if you could roll an intelligence check for me.
Oh, it ain't gonna be pretty. I'll tell you that much.
Y'all stupid.
2!
Continue.
What's sand? I don't like it. It's coarse. I don't like sand.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hate sand. It's coarse and rough.
You know what?
It's everywhere.
You know what? No, I'll save it.
Beach. More like the bitch.
Bruh.
Then with that, I'll head back out to speak with Lavender and
before that happens...
Dasher...
okay, Dasher, if you have final thing.
Dasher is going to go back out and finish his Terminic shot.
Yeah, it doesn't take too much to grind it up and get it together and just down it to just go through the system. But nonetheless, before Nox and Dasher get back, Hayden actually turns over to Kumal and just, if you have a moment, not right now, but if there's ever a time during the night when we're going to rest somewhere, if we could talk privately.
Sure. Of course.
yeah, Kumal, if we could talk.
Hayden was trying to have an aside with Kumal to say this quietly.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I didn't see that, then I wouldn't have piped in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would have been in like a quick whisper over to Kumal.
Okay.
Little head nod, just yeah.
Yeah. Mazga is just kind of looking around. So, do you need anything of me?
Who?
Mazga.
Orc wife.
Orc wife.
Party wife.
I have been I have not done much while I was here.
If I may, I did ask you to stay out of that cupboard.
You watch as like she immediately gets a bit flustered, like, oh, like she has that face of like the kid that got like caught with their hand in the cookie jar, like
Can I roll an insight check to see if she's like legitimately flustered or if this is an act?
Sure.
I don't like that she did that.
17.
Like, I really don't.
There is that sense of like a genuine like guilt kind of looking at her face of like, oh no, what have I done? Like she's not really actively hiding it as much as she just kind of feels embarrassed of like, oh yeah, I really shouldn't have done that.
Oh, it's like a dog getting caught.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. Like yeah, like the hand getting caught in the cookie jar. Like that kind of feel. Like that young. Like oh no.
Dasha, did you specifically request for her to stay out of those items?
I specifically requested her to stay out of the hobby. To stay out of my hobby cupboard.
I'm gonna turn around and like pointedly make eye contact with her and go, huh, interesting, and continue walking towards the door.
Hobby covered.
I am.
Kumal would know what the hobby cupboard is. It's literally just a bunch of dried perishables that he can make realistic cakes with.
I see. I understand.
I am sorry. The smell was. She just kind of sulks a bit dejectedly. Is that something I can do or get you to give for that?
Out of all of the spices and stuff that was sampled, how much was actually taken? Like, were any bottles actually emptied?
Not like it wasn't a whole lot. It was like, oh, like probably they just like either with some meal or like small thing or another, they're like, oh, it's like a taste testing of each.
Okay, so they were basically just going through and taking a tiny little pinch.
Yeah, like if anything, it would have been like maybe a teaspoon for most of them, and like maybe like a tablespoon for one of them. That one in particular.
It was probably a tablespoon for the cake crumbs.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, like the table, like the cake crumbs and like the sugar, like the sweet stuff.
Just
How much of the edible glue was taken?
No.
edible glue? You mean the fondant?
that was not amongst them. But anyway.
Not the fondant.
Shush. I'm sorry.
Just don't do it again, please.
She
also,
nods.
you're very lucky you didn't touch the. You're very lucky you didn't touch the dragon spice.
Oh, that's yeah. She just kind of nods, like kind of just like Vietnam War flashbacks in her eyes, like
For
yeah.
your own personal safety, you're lucky you did not actually go into that.
I did not have much of that.
Much.
Because that would above game that would pretty much have a similar effect to, if I may,
It wouldn't, yeah, it wouldn't
bag,
be the same as
not
like
as
her,
severe.
Yeah. Still, like, presumably at some point someone would have seen her running around with her mouth burning. Like that just hasn't been mentioned.
You have the feared condition and must use a reaction to run around in circles.
Theoretically. But anyways.
Allegedly.
I can...
We are about to go shopping. If you want, you can come with us to get those spices.
Oh, I could visit family, and I know it's only been a few days, but they are likely worried.
Of course.
So we're split. Are we splitting up? One group's going shopping, one group's going to Spellgrove. So what's happening here?
We should all be going together.
Yes. I think we should
Okay.
all go together.
That's why I apologize. I know being in larger, populated areas is going to be a little bit difficult on you today, but I very much need your assistance in the Spellwood, Dasher.
Which is fine.
I guess I should tell Gal what we're doing. I just scream,
Just-
Gal!
Oh, I just realized never actually added Plorp's token.
I have
Yeah.
I have a tiny bit of something that needs to be taken care of before the 31st.
Okay, we can discuss it while we're traveling. I'm gonna yell
It
again.
concerns it concerns our birthday.
Oh yes, we share the same one. Gal!
Just
Why?
It's muffled, but you can just hear it from underneath you.
Quiet knock.
I'm assuming that I'm done at this point.
Yeah, at this point. Before that, Plorp is turning over to Farron. Just, do I look like a demon?
I'm not even. Farron doesn't even
Opens the
take no
door.
offense. He just looks at Plug and like. So
Yeah.
what does the skull look like?
look
It's
at
like
Susan.
elvish in a
Yeah,
sense?
yeah. It kind of looks like an elvish skull, which isn't too. It doesn't look too much akin from humans. Well, it doesn't look too different from humans, I should say, but it's like slightly elongated, shapes in certain ways.
I'll
You
cast,
look like a cultist, so you're one step ahead.
I'll cast exposition cantrip. And tell Gal that we're gonna go shopping and go to Spellwood Grove if he wants to come along.
Well, I did need to have a conversation with Gomatog anyways, so... there's some light sewing I can get done on the way.
Why would I go to the Spellwood first? Because I knew this is gonna take.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
So. Alright, so is the party heading out?
There was
Yes.
something I did want to
Yes.
talk to Kumal real quick before we left.
Alright, you want to have a
Wanted
quick aside with Kumal then?
Yeah, and pull Kumal and Typhoon aside in right over here should be fine.
Oh god, I'm being pulled!
Alright, fine, I guess I'll follow.
I see.
Oh, I was moving him.
So, as the smartest person I know,
This is my turn now. Sorry.
there's only one person that I could possibly ask to do this for me. I would like to ask if you'd take her under your wing in a way.
Wait, what?
What?
Well, you need a teacher, and I'm not smart enough, and you can only learn so much from your mother.
Gal, I have been self-teaching ever since we left.
Yes, well, trust me, it only gets you so far.
You'd be surprised. It's been better than your teaching.
To Dasher.
Yeah, it's been my teaching. That's the point.
Anyways,
I mean,
Gal? What do you plan, or what do you think he should be teaching me then?
Well, magic, maybe.
Typhoon just kind of looks up. Kind of looking up, but still kind of looking almost eye level as she kind of raises up like a cobra, kind of like eye to eye with you. I suppose I can accept this.
That's only if he agrees, after all.
There's quite a few things that would probably likely be redundant, but kind of eyeing over Kumal.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you've been doing well so far. If you have questions, of course, I'm more than willing to help. I am a teacher, literally, after all.
Hmm.
And I mean, if he ever has to go back, we can send you on a what's it called, a field trip?
Oh gods, I feel like if I go to the academy, I'm going to get covered in what's the common term? Or is it something in Elvish? Paparazzi?
Yes.
Oh, you don't want to feel popular.
While I do appreciate people acknowledging my talent, there's only so far that can go before it gets obnoxious.
I knew you got your ego from me.
Oh, put a sock in it.
No, because that's my ego talking.
Kumal.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever do need help, and this is only if, when it comes to my magical studies, or any sort of scholarly persuasions, I suppose I might ask you for aid.
And I'll owe you a few drinks for it.
So? Oh.
Aren't the drinks here already free?
Shh,
I mean, if
don't
we-
tell him.
I know they're free.
I've-
If we ever get something imported here.
Oh.
We could actually probably get something really expensive sent here.
We could actually get coffee imported here that isn't dog shit.
I mean, that was my next course of action.
I mean, not to say that the stuff that you have is inferior. However, there's definitely better brands.
Do you think we could get Selene to import some expensive wine over here?
Oh, God. Please don't tell me we have to talk to her family again.
I mean, I'd be the one doing it.
You know what happened last time.
Yes, but we're on decent terms, remember?
With her, yes. With the rest of the family, well...
Yes, well, we're not talking to her family, we're talking to her.
In
Doesn't
any
she
case,
live with
Can I
her
roll a
family?
perception check?
Yes.
I don't want to.
Sure. Because it doesn't seem like this is really a quiet conversation at this point.
Damn it!
Continue.
Should probably get ready.
I'm just
Seems like everyone's trying to get
saying.
out of here.
I'm just saying, if you want to travel there, I suggest wearing a very tall hat that covers those horns.
Oh no, I was gonna send a letter. I'm not that stupid.
Okay, well, knowing you, I wouldn't put it past you.
I choose life, kiddo.
Uh-huh, yeah, keep telling yourself that as you keep running into the fray of combat and almost getting killed.
Well, you see...
Taking them so long.
Oh,
Well,
God.
you
Oh,
see,
maybe help.
that hasn't happened yet.
You're still
Uh-huh.
talking.
Well, yet, however, there is still the chance that you're going to eventually run into something that is going to best you.
Well, you see, when that day comes,
I'm glad I don't fight with
run.
you two.
Yeah, they just keep bickering back and forth. Anyways, so who's coming along on this trip other than the party, if anyone?
I'm pretty sure Mazga and Hayden can come. Same with Plorb.
Okay.
Anyone can come if they want.
Oh, we're all going to the colony now, aren't we?
We should leave aggro behind.
Whoa, field trip!
Wait, hold on.
He's still
Hold
wearing
on.
the skull, by the way. He, they,
Lord.
Plorp.
I have a question.
Yeah?
Is there a way you can help Agro out since you're a doctor?
I can go give him an examination. Do you have any gloves?
Also, Plorp, if that is part of
Nature,
a,
are you?
if that is part of a corpse, you should probably stop disrespecting the dead.
Yes, please.
Oh, don't worry, it's gone now.
I'm gonna go ahead and make a request as a player.
Don't worry, it's made out
Don't
of
do
wood.
this, nature.
It's not made from a
Oh
tree.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry. It is
If
not
you're
hap-
tossing, if you're tossing in the implementation of needing gloves for an examination right now in a medieval setting, I will beat you.
I'm pretty sure Plorp is too pure to be attacked by something possessed, so I think we're fine.
If
Don't
if
worry.
it's just
Orpheus-
Don't
the
worry, that would never
medicinal-
happen on camera. Anyway,
The medicinal consequences of what you're saying for the world that you've created. Don't do this. Don't.
so
No, Plorp is
so
too
a-
pure.
after a few minutes, if
He'll
Plorp
be
keeps
fine.
wearing that skull, Gal's just gonna like lean down and just kind of stare menacingly.
Gee.
are you trying to intimidate Plorp?
Yes.
Okay, roll intimidation.
It's an 18. Wow.
Plorp
You
just
should
kind of like
probably
looks
know
take
what?
off the skull.
Plorp just kind of boom, takes it off after like a. Do you want
Dasher,
Hand it over.
it? Okay. Takes it. Gives it to
Dasher's gonna use Soul Sight looking at that skull.
you. Sure. Perception check.
Oh, boy. Perception. 15.
15. If there is any lingering presence, it is faint in that, like, oh, it's like the whisper of a soul that's on the thing, and otherwise the rest of it's gone.
Oh, the shorter.
Um,
Just pull the shorter one.
Yeah, no,
so otherwise it's basically harmless.
there is still remnants of something on that.
Is there?
Oh, so it did come from a body.
Dasher
assumed it was a
face palms.
skull. If you don't mind, I'll actually keep a hand on that.
Just real quick. By the saints, please bless any soul unfortunate enough to be stuck to this mortal coil due to this lingering regret. There you go.
Oh, Gal, now you care about it. I thought it wasn't your problem.
Well, it wasn't my problem when I knew it belonged to an actual person.
I thought that's what I told you upstairs, but apparently you don't listen to me.
So it's the best plan of
That's
action.
what
to
I
have
always
action-
say. It's just. Anyways.
So would it be the best plan of action to have Echo stay here, Plorp, or what should I do?
Don't worry, I'll perform a thorough medical examination.
Why do I
Come on,
feel
Aggro!
like this? Like,
As Plorp just starts waddling towards the courtyard. As Aggro just
Why do I-
looks slightly look over at Farron, slightly concerned.
I trust Plorp. I have nothing to fear. I think.
As Aggro just seems like, okay, like flies over to follow. Alright, so what have you eaten in the past few days? As Plorp just follows out the door.
May I have that skull, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Hand it off to Hayden. Just hold on to that for now. We'll send it up later.
Alright, so. Any final things before the party heads out?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just clarifying with Farron. Farron, you're saying that we have to go shopping before
In
the
order for me
spellwood, is that
to-
correct?
I have a particular spell that may tell us some sort of history that happened due to what Lavender has told us.
Okay. To the colony then, I suppose.
Alright, so. I suppose in that case. We shall go on to the other map. Yeah! As I change the music. As the party begins making their way over towards the colony proper, making their way down the slowly being trodden upon, but still somewhat grassy dirt road. That is going back and forth between your little adventure center and the colony proper, passing briefly through the Spellwood Grotto and across the creek. To do so, Unfortunately, there is no Avi. At least they aren't greeted. At least you aren't greeted by them, as the silhouette of their wingspan off in the sky is, further off towards the clearing towards the west. Sorry, to the east. And you are overall unimpeded, other than the occasional group of hunters or dragonborn workmen kind of moving past you guys, following along the trail. And as you guys get closer and closer to town, by the time afternoon strolls around, reaching the edge of it, you can sense a little bit of a commotion. At least, seems to be a bit of a small crowd that, a few of the officers are trying to clear, telling people, all right, get back to work, as they seem to be, corralling around something.
Ooh.
I ignore it and go straight towards the blacksmith.
Okay.
What looks to be happening there?
I guess this would be more of a general insight check, trying to get a vibe from the crowd. 15. Oh, 15 from Gal. Dasher, it's a bit hard to tell, other than that they seem a bit in either, excited or enthusiastic or impassioned about something. Gal with a 15, a lot of the voices you can hear in, from it seem to be almost, curious or, excited, or as if they're, oohing and awing over something. Though from here you can tell, it looks like they're surrounding around, a cart. That you can kind of see, the roof of it, peeking overhead, over the heads of people. Though otherwise...
May I roll perception?
Sure. Ooh, 24.
Wait, we can roll perception?
Sure. 19. Looking on at the crowd, this is all three of you guys see this. It like mentioned before, it does seem to be a cart. Somewhat not super big, definitely not as big as the frontier supply carts you guys came in on. Though definitely enough to be almost a small market stall. However, on the one end, where you see a few people, looks like they're trying to pet the animal that is pulling the cart. Though it does seem a bit uncomfortable, the neck is kind of turning away. It seems to be a large reptilian, a quadrupedal reptilian or draconic type of creature. Dasher, you immediately recognize this as some form of drake, actually, that is pulling the cart. Longer neck, compared to a lot of, the guard drakes and things you recall from home. But nonetheless, it sounds like you can hear a voice kind of speaking out in draconic. To the crowd, though it's a bit hard to make out the details, other than they seem to be trying to address them.
Okay. Does this seem at all like it's connected to the Council of 20 at all?
With a 21, blatant, there don't seem to be any obvious signs if it is. This doesn't seem like any sort of, formal carriage that New Arcaster would have given them to escort them somewhere. This seems like a personal, not a dingy cart, but, definitely not an upperclassman, carriage by any means.
Okay.
Though it does seem a little flashy.
Remember, everybody.
Dasher's gonna approach, however, apparently I'm getting a phone call when I should not be.
Oh dear.
I will be right back.
Flashy in my neighborhood? Illegal.
It could be a cart of goods, so
While this is
Farron might go
happening,
in.
can I be at the blacksmith?
Okay, yeah. Is there any quick purchases you just want to get out of the way, or?
I'm going to the blacksmith and I'm asking him, do you by chance do jewelry as well?
Blacksmith is currently over an anvil, just tink, tink, kind of wiping a bit from their a bit of soot from their brow. The Black Dragonborn turns over to look at you. Oh, I do. Though it has been a while since I've worked on much.
You did such fantastic work on my shield. To be honest, I wouldn't exactly feel comfortable going anywhere else.
That piece there was a gift from the gods. I felt particularly inspired
gift
with
from
that
you.
one.
Yes, I greatly appreciate it.
I cannot promise that level of quality for every piece, but I can do my best.
I'm looking to have a couple rings made.
Oh, that is actually very simple. Any details or carvings, or just simple rings?
To be honest, they could be quite simple. They don't need to be anything flashy per se.
Alright, we can talk details. Hey, get up! As he kind of yells out for another one of the another one of the Dragonborn in there, which you see a familiar face of that young like little black Dragonborn you'd think was a girl with like the red kind of feather mohawk that ran in with a letter the one time.
Oh yeah, her.
As she just went over, yeah. As she quickly like grabs a spare piece of paper and starts like scribbling notes and like sketching. We can talk details about the ring, or the 2 rings, pardon, if you anything.
I'd actually prefer 3 more than anything.
I assume Gal followed Nox and he would have leaned over and was like, I can
Unless
just
you were
let y'all
investigating the cart too. You made a perception check.
Yeah,
I
you
would've
can see that as you pass by,
passed it.
like trying to follow. Oh,
Yeah, I wasn't getting stuck up on it. It was just like, look over, kind of
weird.
curious. Like, I could have just let y'all borrow some of mine. I have extras.
Gal, you don't let people borrow anything. You charge for it. And I'd rather
takes
pay
off
somebody
3
that's
rings.
actually going to give them to me.
Takes off 3 rings. Here, have them.
What's your price?
You're going to turn them into something useful, aren't you? That's all the
Who
price
are
that
you?
matters.
Oh, that's great.
Regardless, I'm asking this man to make me 3 more.
Oh, that's fair.
What material do you need for these rings?
Anything that's not going to be easily corrosive. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I request.
There might be some things we have, though that might be a bit pricey. We can talk solid gold piece prices after the piece is done.
Well, I'm kind of wanting to get an estimate before I order them. How long do you think they'll take?
For the 3 rings, give me a moment. As he actually gestures Kara, get the abacus. As Kara just like quickly like gives a salute like on it before just grabbing an abacus. As he just like starts sifting through a few things. Taking the week, that. These will be custom job. Doing small engraving. Let me grab that price real quick. To clarify, I believe these are these for a spell component, I believe.
No, they're for to be enchanted later, at a later time.
Okay.
They're not part of a spell component. They don't need any specific quality. They could be
Gotcha. Okay.
anything.
If you want something on hand to keep it quick, we have some silver laying around that might be used.
That would be more than enough.
In that case, that will run you about... you are also a good friend and good customer.
I greatly appreciate that.
For small rings, nothing too fancy. About 40 gold per ring.
I can do that.
Splendid. We'll get
And
those
then
back.
last but not
Oh.
least, one more thing that I need you to keep between the 2 of us, if that's all right.
Oh, in that case, Kara, if you could please just do. As once again, could you go tend to the bellows for a minute? As Kara just quickly speeds off again. Come with me. And comes, kind of ushers you into like a bit of a private room, where there, like a back store room, where there's supplies.
I apologize for making such a scene, but
No, it
discretion
is
is
fine.
important in this regard. I need a band of iron.
A band of iron. How big?
One to fit
Sorry,
around my
phone's
wrist,
being-
preferably.
What was that, sorry?
One to fit around my wrist, preferably.
Ah. Iron bracelet, that can be covered. Is this for manacles, or...
Nope, just a single one.
Okay, I am not sure why you wish for this to be private order, but I will acknowledge.
Thank you.
For an iron band, that will be somewhat cheaper. 10 gold?
Sounds good.
Okay. Any particular engravings, or just simple?
No, thank you.
Okay. Alright, I can get a clean iron band. That whole order should be done for you. Come back in about 3 days.
Can do.
Alright. Pleasure doing business
So you
with
said 40 gold?
40 gold per ring. These will be like, you know, silver rings with a small engraving. And then a simple iron band for another 10.
Alright. I'll pay the man there.
Oh,
Now that I'm back,
okay. All right, now that the I believe the purchases are done now for Nox, at least from the blacksmith.
Everything I needed from the blacksmith is completed.
All right,
Well,
nice.
while I'm here, while I'm here, I'll also get something from the blacksmith. I'll just ask if he's directly has a ring for sale, and if
Lavender, I got one for you as well.
If you want the ring up front, there was one that one of our foremen was actually looking to get, but they had to pick it up. So if you were able to give a higher price, but that I would only, there is only so much I'd be willing to do that for.
of course, I'll need as many rings as possible, but these two should be fine.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
The ring that this man ordered for was it was silver as well. Though this is pre-engraved, if you want it modified. I would be willing to put it over with a fee, dodging the fee for modifying it, because you are a friend of a friend. That would be 30 gold to modify.
Okay. I'll take it. I don't think it'll need to be modified.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's fine.
All right.
I'm
I'll
confused.
pass over 5 gold on that.
So
I'm confused. So for me to get a new ring is 40 gold and this one's 30?
this one's probably like more cheaply done and engraved for someone else.
Bit more cheaply done, and probably want to get rid of this quickly. As he slides the ring off over across the table, and you realize like it looks like a wedding ring or a wedding band. He never came back for it, and talked around with a few of the other workers, and he did not seem to be having a good time. And I don't think he's coming back for it.
If you'll put down 15, we can split.
So I'd rather not keep this around as any reminder for anyone.
Okay, I understand. There you go, Liz.
Let's see, he gestures to and just takes the gold. Pleasure doing business.
Right. Paying the whole 30, or we going to halfsies?
We can go halfsies later. But yeah, I'll do 30 up front. You can pay me later.
So you get one elven wedding band to your inventory.
Wait, elven wedding band?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, does this look at all familiar to me?
if you want to look, Lavender, do you allow Gal to take a look at it?
Yes, I will.
Roll investigation. You're not really on a personal name by name business basis for a lot of the foremans here, so you don't know who it could be for or who it's intended for.
I mean, it's more so of like the style that I'm trying to.
It's like sort of like lower middle class, if you will, sort of like when in terms of like elven hierarchy. So like probably again checks out for one of the foremen. Pretty simple, but still clearly more of an elven-ish kind of design, including engravings in Elvish on it. Which the engraving does say. Hang on. Let me grab that real quick.
While he's doing that, Lavender, I did order an extra ring for you as well.
Okay.
I ordered 3. I only need 2.
Oh.
So with this, and the ones I
was-
gave, 7.
Would that be enough for what you need?
Yes. Yes, it will be.
Where's
thank
Farron?
you.
I thought he needed something here as well.
Farron was at the cart that was sought by and caused that commotion.
Why is everyone so easily distracted today?
Speaking of Gal, I did actually get the inscription. For Are shall our families prosper forevermore.
Oh, that is glorious. I was gonna hand it over.
So,
Dasher and Farron seem to be walking towards a cart.
indeed. So yeah, Dasher, are you guys headed? Oh yeah, Dasher, you mentioned you're heading towards the cart. Farron, are you following as
Yes.
well?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
I want to see why there is so much commotion, and who this person is speaking in only Draconic.
Hey, Kumal was talking real quick.
Yeah, Kamal, you're saying?
Just hold on, you two, just one sec. Do you remember we're here for a specific reason. If we have to, we can come back to this later. It looks like they're not going anywhere.
Quite sure. If we could ask if they are going to be here for a while, then yeah, I'll just immediately start going back to shopping. If it's just here for now, then I'm like, oh, taking the
You know
opportunity.
what? Dasher will approach one of the people nearby and ask what is going on. Because I cannot quite make out what he is saying over all of the people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can only vaguely make out like, come on, one at a time, please do not crowd, like as he's trying to seemingly organize the people. You turn over to a green dragonborn, actually. A dragonborn woman. Just can I help you?
I was wondering what is the commotion all about. I can't quite make out what he is saying.
We are waiting for personal supplies to come in. Several orders.
Oh.
But apparently he is also salesman.
What is his wares?
Magic?
Dasher will look towards Kumal. Psionic mind. Magic salesman.
So Dasher, you mind translating? I have no idea what they're saying.
We're all
this
broke,
ma-
so
looks at giant pouch filled with gold.
we're magic broke.
Can anyone help me understand what they're saying?
that Dasher translates as best he can.
Is he fair and take off his
I-
goggles?
I can't
Alright.
make out what the guy is saying. He's saying one at a time, and that's about it.
You do see some people are actually starting to form a line, though there's a few people that are still trying to crowd, like trying to get in before they're just kind of shoved aside, like, get in the fucking line. Like, some people aren't really following orders. So you actually do see a few people, mostly kids, actually, still trying to, like, play around and mess with the head of, looks to be, like, a pure white drake, actually. Longer-ish heads, like, almost reminds you of, like, a horse, almost.
YouTube. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, yeah, they're just like looks like they're trying to like climb up onto it or like try to like pull on like the tail fin. Sorry, not the tail fins. The like the head frills on the side of the face. As it seems to be tolerating their presence.
All right. Well, how about we do this then? Baron, you're the only one who needs to buy something. Go get your stuff. Come back. We'll hold a spot in line. If he's got first 3 things, if they're not interesting, we walk.
I'm okay with that.
I am fine with that. However, I also want to ask him if he's capable of certain things.
Well, looks like a long
Concerning
line, so we
enchant-
have plenty of time.
Yeah, no. And yeah, no, Dasher will get in line.
Okay.
Come here, Dasher. I saved you a spot.
Yeah, you quickly start taking note of eventually you can actually, as the closer you're getting, the more you can actually hear just, if you're here for supplies, please come to the other side. If you are looking to do business, come over to here. Just move, get away from the dark side. You hear like the shouting, like just like this is all in Draconic, by the way. It's just kind of like running back and forth.
Yeah, no. So via psionic mind, Dasher will translate for Farron's convenience.
It's like puts 2 hands together and like thank you.
Yeah, you can see a few disgruntled faces like slowly get pushed over to the like moving over to the back of the line. Like okay, as slowly but surely, there's eventually a spot to sneak in through the clearing. As eventually you see, at the front of the stall, periodically like grabbing just trying to grab a crate to put it towards the back end of the car where the line is. You see this individual. You see a black-scaled kobold actually making his way back and forth, and seems to be busy just like, I mean, how many times do I have to tell you, stop pulling at the frozen and trying to, customers.
For the audio-only listeners, if there are any, he appears to be dressed in brown leathers with a hood and slight green scale taint all over his body and specs.
Greetings and salutations, friends. As he quickly switching from Draconic, going back over to Common, actually. It is a pleasure to see you all today. You do not look like workmen. I presume you are here as mercenaries or guardsmen or some other persuasion.
Adventurers.
Ah, perfect. Then I am just
We
the
heard
thing for
you were. We heard you were selling goods.
Yes. Oh, did the sign not go up? Oh, sorry. To bomb and to buff. As he quickly like trying to press a button. Eventually, there's like a wooden sign that just kind of like pops its way.
You need help
up.
with? Oh, you got it.
As you see in Common, actually, it reads Ezek's Enchanted Emporium.
This is just what I need, actually.
Yeah. There we go. That's how it reads. out.
Dasher. First, but before I actually get to what I need enchanted, what do you have for sale?
Oh, what do I not have for sale, friends? I have magic supplies. I have a variety of magic items that will daze and amaze you, friends.
What's on the menu?
What are you interested in, friend? Are you looking for weapons, armor, any sort of weird, zany magic items?
I am
Part of me
looking.
wants to browse.
So you want the recommendation? All right, I shall take you my best-selling item. As I actually have to pull up his catalog. Give me a moment.
Now I understand how my mom felt when I was a kid.
Fair enough.
Where are these cow? Why are there so many cows loose today?
Yeah, you look out, you see like there's a few work oxen like pulling certain carts and getting hauling around materials. All right, so now if you would like,
Is your name Ezix? Ezix?
it is Ezek. Pleasure to meet you, friend.
Ezek.
As he like kind of climbs up, there's clearly a step stool behind the counter. As he like pulls himself up to like hold out to reach to shake a hand.
He shakes.
Enchanter extraordinaire to the common people.
As
And
soon
mercenaries
as,
if the value enough.
As soon as Farron stops shaking his hand, Dasher will also shake his hand. Just to be perfectly clear, because he does appear to have scale attained, according looking at his picture. Is it
Mildly.
like specs?
Yeah.
Is it green or is it emerald?
I'll say looking at him. I mean, some black dragons and like black dragonborn do have like faint, kind of like dark greenish undertones. So like it's not impossible for a kobold or dragonborn to have something like this while still be quote like,
Right.
pure black. Though it is seemingly looking more green, if anything, than necessarily emerald.
Okay.
But nonetheless, it is still like, quite bright and vibrant, as if he takes care of his scales. So, for my best-selling item for travelers such as yourself, he pulls out this, like, dense, kind of like a metal container, like cylindrical container with, like, a cap on one end. This is a container of heat and frost. If you would like to keep your soup warm in the cold winter months, or a nice cooling drink during the summer.
Looks
That
at Dasher.
seems fine and dandy. However, I think we're looking for something that can be used in combat. If anything.
Combat! Let me take a look behind here. Give me a moment. As he kind of like starts like scrambling through things. Let's see. I would not necessarily recommend using this on the field of combat. It is perfect for a good deception or a false betrayal, if you will. As he pulls out this slightly ornate-looking like dagger that's kind of like curvy. The blade is like kind of a curvy, almost like a snake back and forth. This is a dagger of hemophobia. It seems you are not
Psionic?
amazed.
No. I do not know what that last word means.
Allow me to demonstrate then. As he reaches and just goes to slit his throat with the dagger, as you see blood beginning to pour and spill out of his neck, as he just has this big grin on his face. Fake blood!
How panicked do those around him actually look now?
There's a few looks of, like, there's a sudden look of shock of like, as they look before
Is there-
everybody just seems fine. It's just like, oh, as
You,
they keep
like the
looking a
fake
bit
blood
unsettling.
gets on like.
Don't
Does the
worry,
fake blood get on us?
a little bit. Don't worry.
I want to see like a bloody streak on like Farron's face, and he just wipes it off the goggles, but not out of his face. It's like, holy shit, that just happened.
Right.
Don't worry. It is magic. Bloodstains only last for about a minute.
Okay. Could you please refrain from making a panic?
Oh, I was merely trying to advertise the merchandise. Okay, if you want something for clothing you want to wear, coming free with every purchase from Ezek's Enchanted Emporium.
Oh no.
As he eventually pulls out. It is a shirt of all fitting. As he pulls out this like
He has
this brightly colored, really gaudy looking, like bright purple, like just a standard like cloth shirt. And it looks like, and up front of it, it does say, you know, Ezek's Enchanted Emporium, with a picture of like a
Nature,
almost,
how could you?
with a it's like look kind of a shitty looking like portrait of Ezek with like a big goofy like toothy smile and a thumbs up. Well, except he's also holding a candle for some reason.
Have to have this man work for me. I have to have this man work for me.
Above game, I am not counting this as the third item.
It comes free with every purchase, or if you want it individually, 5 gold.
So far, we haven't really seen anything of use to what we need. Possibly if one of us was more covert operative, maybe, but this does not seem like something we would currently use. Looking at the dagger.
Ah, I see. Fair enough. Well, in that case, if you are looking for something a bit more utility rather than gag, give me one moment as he starts looking through. Okay. There are a few things here, though admittedly this is one of my more expensive items. He reaches in and pulls out this, like... It looks like he pulls out like this set of 2 different candles that they set out onto the table. One of them seems to have a like a bright blue flame, the other like a bright like kind of orange reddish flame. These are a set of secret scribe candles. You give this to a friend or someone that you trust. Do you have a pen and paper on you?
Before I do any writing, above table, can you put his name onto his character?
Oh, yes, I can. Give me a moment.
Did you enchant all of these by yourself?
Of course. What do you think? What do you take me for? Some sort of charlatan?
Of course not.
I may. There is something else you could help us with.
Yes. Anything, friend.
Dasher pulls out the circlet.
I presume you want this enchanted.
Yes, if possible, with something to protect to protect the person wearing attuned to it, while in dreams.
I see.
Specifically, we're dealing with a lot of dream bullshit right now. He says the word. He says the word bullshit in Draconic.
I see.
Or the Draconic equivalent.
Yeah. I see.
Oh yeah.
No. I am not saying that it would be impossible for me to accomplish this, though the custom orders like this tend to be somewhat on the pricier side. And
Would it be possible?
And
would it be possible then to set it up so that we could separately cast the spell to help have protections against?
Either way, that will definitely take me. It will not be done while I am still here. That I can say for certain. However, looking as this is going to be a regular supply run, I will likely be back here in the future. As I do various forms of trade on the side to cover costs. But I must insist that the magic items are a fruitful venture and are definitely worth your money.
Yeah, sure, with Psionic Mind, I'm going to warn you, this man is a charlatan.
Psionic Mind back. He seems to have an item that... There's a pause. Fake suicide. Via a splurt of blood against oneself.
Alright. If you would like a demonstration for the set of secret scribe candles.
Um,
No need, we're not interested. But thank you.
Unfortunately, we are not currently interested at this time.
Okay. And in that case, how about I interest you in possibly a soulbound candle? When bound, the candle will snuff out when the person dies. Usually give it to loved ones.
That's quite alright. I think we'll be taking our leave now.
Okay, what about a poltergeist
Walks
candle
away.
holder? No. What about the? I have so many. I need. Okay, all right.
Yeah, no. Dasher also starts walking away.
Farron's still there. Ezra, I have a question.
Yes. Anything, friend. Anything for you.
To me personally, you have a lot of potential. And to me, I want to one day see how you do enchant these items. Because to me, I am someone who's looking for talent. And to one day sell a product.
Are you looking to sponsor Ezek's Enchanted Emporium, friend?
More like a partnership.
Kind of rubs his chin a little bit. I will consider this offer. What do you have in mind?
What do you know of, Well, I have many things, maybe trinkets, maybe for educational purposes, maybe inspiring the future wizards, but with these small trinkets, but with what we have right now, I'm still trying to earn my own shop so that I could provide you.
I
with
see.
great
You are
goods.
thinking big game, friend. That I can respect. You are
So,
thinking long game.
to me, I have to ask, how is it that you enchant? How did you learn?
Well, admittedly, some of it is self-taught, though I did train briefly back at the Empire underneath a tutor before everything went south. But nonetheless, I have taken quite a period of time in between on the boat ride and subsequent trips here to do my own personal studies and personal craftsmanship.
I will be down in a moment.
Okay.
Do you, by any chance, have anything that does with, because as an adventurer, we have people who pass away. Is there anything of use that I could, or an item, which, coming from you, you'll give me the best price possible, which is fair, that you will give me something to lay rights to?
Roll a persuasion check. If we are looking to become regular business partners. What were you gonna say, sir?
I said then ignore the +2. I just forgot to turn off guidance.
Okay, that's fine. Well, if you are looking to become regular business partners, with all due respect, I would like words can mean many things. However, I would like a regular interaction with you and a proof of trust before we maybe start delving into discounts. But until then,
I'm not talking about discounts or anything like that. That's not what I'm asking for. What I'm asking for is if you have that item of sorts, and I would pay you full price. But I am asking of if you have anything like that, and I could work up to that when I have the goods to sell to you, so that you can go and spread your name.
well,
I'm just asking for the item first.
say no more, friend. If you are dealing with the dead and those who will be dying soon, I actually have a few items to give you. As you give me a moment, as he once again sifts through. There was, as I mentioned before, the soulbound candle that once you attune to it and give it off to a loved one or someone else that you care about to have attuned to, the candle will continuously to burn without ever being snuffed out until they unfortunately pass. But it is very common with the wandering adventurers to send back to their families to ensure, as the candle is burning, they are still safe. But if you are not interested in that, I also have dabbled a little bit into alchemy, as I have concocted up this as an ichor of goodbyes. And if someone is going to be passing on into the next life, they shall give them a final 10 seconds to get in a last word before passing. As he sets both those on the table.
good potential indeed.
The soulbound candle is only 15 gold for your friend, and the Echo of Goodbye is 50.
What does the Acre of Goodbyes do again?
When someone is dying, they are given a final 10 seconds to get in a last word before passing.
Ah. Hmm.
So if there's any sort of final message you need to get out of someone that they are willing before they pass.
Actually, really neat. Yeah, no, this guy has a lot of potential. As we are researchers of going to something that involves the Fae. So right now you have a lot of potential. I hope you come here as soon as possible if you ever come by again.
Oh yes. Unfortunately, there are no paved roads out there, so the trip will be somewhat slower than I'm used to. But if I will have regular customers and also company pay from sending out shipments, I will be more than willing to return.
Dasher
Good.
comes back for Farron.
Before I take my leave, who knows if you ever do come back and the colony's up and running, maybe more than usual, you might be able to, I don't know, maybe set up another set of business here.
If I may, I have come to realize that in order to get here, you must have traveled a distance.
Indeed.
What was your route? What was your route here exactly?
Well, I followed a few recommendations following a trail out there to from what is the name of the town? The common names are always a pain in the ass. Alnerwick, I believe the name was. And taking a pit
Alright.
stop out here on the way over to Exenzaber.
Were you stopped by any druids on the way?
Druids? Not that I can think of. Oh, my trail was relatively unimpeded, at least other than the eyes of occasional predators during the night. But other than that,
Alright.
nothing to take note.
Thank you for your time.
Of course.
Before
as-
Farron goes to leave with Dasher, Farron pulls out a pair of the cockatrice talons. A parting gift of
No. You are not giving him those. Those are actually very valuable. We are not giving those away.
I can purchase them off off your hands if you'd like.
looks at Dasher.
You can sell them, but I would not give them away.
All right.
Yeah.
How
Now,
much
what
you
are
offer?
these?
Cockatrice talons.
Ooh, bit of a... not something I have... it's not something I have never seen before, though nonetheless a bit tricky to get, depending on the hunter. But, I will definitely take this for you. Let's see, let me... Like, he like starts doing math in his head. Let me double check on the price
What would be
of selling these things.
What stat would be appraisal checks? Or an
Appraisal?
appraisal check? Yeah, appraisal.
I'll say for this,
Because he's probably seen those talons before, considering the harvest that we did.
this would be a, that's a good question. I'll say history check, kind of, sort of like knowing the local people and knowing the local economy in that kind of way. No
7.
fucking clue. You don't really deal in selling monster parts, so that isn't really your whole MO.
What about me? I have survival. I'd say this is survival worthy.
Sure, if you want to roll a history check for that, survival check for that, allow it. 18.
15.
Oh yes, 15.
I'm trying to make sure above game we don't get screwed over.
Give me a moment. Let me grab those prices. Because this was a... let's see. Okay. Alrighty, so... If you are selling the parts... how many of these talons are you giving to me?
A pair.
Ah, I see. So for each unit, I suppose the guild would call it that. For trading components. I would be able to take those off your hands for about 60 gold apiece. Or 60 gold per unit of talents.
Make it 75 and you have yourself a deal.
Persuasion.
Persuasion on it.
You drive a hard bargain. Though beggars can't be choosers about monster parts like this. You have yourself a deal.
I was about to say Dasher would be would probably be assisting via the headband that is currently within view.
And to clarify with the checkmate before, that's a pretty. I mean it's a little high, but like he's a personal business, and also the chance of getting these again. So it's not too bad.
Well, Ezix, it's a pleasure doing business with you. Hope you come again soon.
Of course. And if any of your friends are interested in any magical items to amaze their eyes, come back to Ezek's Enchanted Emporium.
Will do. I'll spread the word.
Especially if they like candles. I make a lot of candles.
Dasher will now anime grab Farron by the collar and drag him off.
Alright, so what's the rest of the party doing? I'm
gonna go buy the rest of the stuff.
Alright, yeah, it doesn't take too long for you to get all of the other supplies that you asked for. Was it the fishing tackle and like a bunch of other things?
How long
Nox
would
is
it...
back in the spellwood.
That's fair.
She already left.
How much would it take to commission the boat?
Actually, I'll say for this, if you're trying to ask around looking for someone to build a boat for you, I'll allow this to be a persuasion check. I'll say for asking around.
You charming bastard! Don't fail me now. Ah.
Would you like to use a point of inspiration?
No.
Okay. You're looking around trying to find someone who either might have it or whatever. I mean, the only thing that you really turn towards is, like, people just point to the carpenter, but kind of give, like, a bit of a nod of, like, really, dude? But...
I'll pay extra.
I'm probably getting, like, 50 GP worth of, lead powder.
Oh, Ezek actually would probably have that.
Really?
Yeah. He sells magic and magical components, spell component stuff.
Well, I got enemy grabbed, so there's no going back. I'm not waiting back in line.
No,
We can just retcon it and say you did it while you were there.
I'll fine with that as well.
I don't like doing business with this man.
Could I ask the blacksmith if he has, like, a meditation bowl?
Heading over to the blacksmith for a bit.
Unless Ezix has it.
Sorry, I realized I gave very similar voices to both the blacksmith and Ezek. If you are looking for, trying to get a metal bowl?
It kind of like, if you were to... It has kind of like a... How do I say this? If you were to strike it, it would ring like a bell.
I have not made anything like that before, but I can try. No promises, though.
Alright.
Since this will be an experiment effectively, I am willing to give a lower price.
Wait. Farron's trying to get a meditation bowl?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dasher will describe the one he has in his room.
You have one?
Yes, I have one.
I kind of need it for my own. If I maybe he could model it after yours, or maybe
that's what I was thinking. Dasher is going to try to assist in explaining what Farron needs.
Okay, I'll say if either one of you could roll a persuasion check.
I currently have the circlet, so I was going to do that with advantage.
Because it's China.
Sorry, B. I'm using your circlet.
thought you already gave that to. I don't know. Anyway,
I have not given that to Nox yet.
Oh right, yeah, because you haven't enchanted yet. Right, never mind. So
No, I need to enchant it first. Natural 20.
That's a natural 20. Okay, alrighty. So
Turning into a 21.
Tell you what material were you thinking for this bowl?
It could be silver
I is
or
silver.
brass.
My supply of silver is dwindling, but it is for a good customer.
What about if it's made from brass?
Brass. I have. Well, ironically enough, I have less brass on hand. For silver, tell you what, I will experiment. And considering it will not be too much of a hassle, out of my silver supply, I would be willing to experiment. And if it ends up being a flop, you get a bowl for free. And if it does go up into sing, then we shall talk prices.
Alright, and if it could be of two, kind of like... You know how eggs are cracked at the sideways? Kind of like, I'm trying to make it more like a dome or a sphere.
Oh, so you want two of them that puts together?
Yes.
Okay, I can. Like I said, I will try.
Alright.
So that's
and the way he tells like the size of the bowl, you see Farron pull out he pulls out the druid core and like he trying to like puts it like several inches further apart so it's like wide enough for it to encumber it.
What? Okay. As he just like starts taking measurements. Alright, I will get you
Question,
the bowl as soon as possible.
I have an above game question for Keen.
Okay.
Are you trying to make a demon core?
More like a druid core using remember the sapling? I'm gonna use the spell wood to put it on the druid core. So that becomes like this tree that sits in the middle of like holy water. So it's like remember that?
Okay.
I thought we were here for
Okay.
iron filings.
I had an
I thought so
opportunity.
too.
We should probably save the specifics for later.
Yeah.
That's all I said. That's all I needed. I just need
yeah.
the lead and the
We'll say you
and
discuss
the
the
holy water.
details about the parameters and like certain engravings for the thing.
Yep.
While we're at the
and
blacks. Sorry.
I'll like to spend 25 gold for the for holy water, and that's probably it.
That you might be able to get from I mean, potentially, theoretically from Ezek, but all that would be from Tiala, to get a shipment of that, something like that in. Which at this point, she actually, apparently there is some holy water being stocked, because of, the safety officer being a cleric and working a decent bit with it. Of which you could actually get, Passion Domain holy water, from her.
Doesn't that shit get you drunk?
Theoretically. Potentially. But anyways, if you want to get some holy Passion Domain holy water from her, that would run you about... Hang on, I'm trying to find where the fuck did I put the price.
I was trying to
Please
get
don't let it
something.
be more than 30.
I was trying to get something done while we were at the blacksmith.
25 gold pieces.
Oh, thank God. All right.
For a
Get
single vial.
25.
Alright, you get one vial of holy water. Passion Domain holy water. Alright, so one more thing you want from the blacksmith? And we'll probably start making these purchases a bit quick.
Dasher wants to buy. Sorry, Dasher wants to ask about getting a rapier.
Okay. A rapier, custom job?
Specifically, he wants a custom job rapier.
Okay, alright, for a rapier. I can take care of that, though it'll take a little bit of time. That will run you about 25 gold pieces.
Dasher will take out 50 gold if you could make this a rep's job.
Roll a persuasion check.
Nine.
Oh.
I have the circlet on me. 9.
Toss in another 5 gold and we call it a deal.
He'll toss in another 5 gold.
Thank you. As he tests it in. All right, this will probably get you done then by. Let me actually take a look. I'm going to be pulling a few all-nighters then. All right, for a rapier.
This will work this man to the bone.
Yeah, you're giving him some good business. But it's worth it. You know, he's more than willing to do it. So for this guy, let me grab. It'll take how many days?
So
Other than that, the rest of the shopping I have to do is going to be not role played.
Okay, that's fine. Sorry.
As I have a list of like 4 or 5 things.
I will probably be just finishing it by the evening of tomorrow.
Thank you.
So come back tomorrow.
when everyone's getting their holy waters in, because I know a bunch of people have been ordering it. I'm also buying 2 extra things of holy water for Nux.
Okay.
Dasher is going to buy some healing potions. Specifically, if possible, a set of 4.
4
regular,
healing
and then
potions? Okay.
and
so
then
these
if
would be
possible,
Oh, sorry.
if possible, 1 greater.
Okay, so this would be 4 healing tonics and 1 healing salve, which that would be running you about. Which there are herbalists. There is an herbalist in town. A white dragonborn actually. Which that'll get you. I believe that is 50 gold per healing tonic, which is the standard lesser.
Right.
For healing salve. Give me a second. Which will be. Hang on. Sorry, there's a lot of shopping being done today, and going through a bunch of tabs. For a healing salve, which for the healing tonics, you basically apply those, let's drink those, whereas for the healing salve, you apply that to a wound. Give me a second.
So I was not able to convince the carpenter to make me a boat.
We'll get back to you on the boat thing.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. There's a bunch of prices being thrown out. You guys.
Yeah, it was more so that was kind of left on a cliffhanger. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Right, sorry. Yeah, you guys can talk amongst yourselves as I find this.
Hello, chat. Doing well, doing good. Have a nice week.
Can quick question, can I have also told Tiala for a commission of gathering material? We'll pay for it.
What kind?
Is there like what Ezix was talking about? Is there like holy candles that he can buy?
Like candles specifically for like enchanting, or
that kinda. It's more like, okay. He's probably gonna ask for a lacquer or like a wax to one day put onto the metal, which kind of like a blessing in a sense, so maybe like a dream candle or something like that.
Okay, if you're just getting it for lacquer, that would probably only run you about like what? like for just basically for a wax or something for a coating. Like what? Maybe 10 gold.
All right,
for
as
getting,
long as
for,
it's
yeah, for
blessed.
getting some quality wax. We should probably get that from Tiala as well. That's at least something she has on hand for other things.
So like it would be blessed and everything.
Blessed, specifically, probably have to talk to, oh my god, I keep forgetting her name. You haven't really talked to her much. She's also been fairly quiet. Gwenier, the safety officer, the cleric lady. Which you would, which that would probably then run you if, talking to her briefly, just, if you want me to, bless or, purify the wax in any way, could probably do that for another,
Time.
no, another 10 gold?
Another 10 gold? I could do that.
Okay. I'll have it shipped back to the, Adventure Center as soon as I can.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
How much is that salve gonna cost me?
The salve, that will be, for the healing salve, that is going to be 150.
150. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any other
I'm
quick
trying to
purchases? Sorry.
I'm good.
Okay. Anything else from the
Mantle
rest
and
of the party?
cloak.
Sorry. I need a set of pittons, and I need rope.
Pythons and rope. That's on hand, definitely. For Pythons... give me a moment. That is about 5 copper a Python. And for the rope, for about 50 feet of hempen rope, that'll run you about... Hang on. 50 feet of hempen rope, that'll be a gold piece.
Okay. See, I'm already encumbered with all of this gold. Hey, Farron, could you...
You're going to be re-encumbered
Someone-
with all the shit you're buying.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
spot
no.
you.
Okay.
How much?
So I'm just going to hand you all of the piton... No, I have a lot of gold. I'm just going to hand you all of the rope
Mm-hmm.
that I'm buying, because I'm buying 500... Yeah, no. If I could get that delivered, if possible, I would want that delivered to the actual...
That can be done. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Now...
As for the pittons, I was going to get 30 pittons.
Now, to clarify with those segments, that would be, like... They're already cut in 50-foot sections, so that would be, like...
Right.
That would be 10 bolts of 50 feet of hempen rope.
Right.
So, you know, that's at least up to you. Nonetheless, that'll be sent. That could be sent.
So how much did you say rope was?
Gold piece per bolt of 50 feet.
Okay, so I'm getting 10, so that's...
Any other...
BRB.
anything else? Any other shopping for anyone else?
I'm good.
Okay.
Mantle and cloak.
Mantle and cloak. So you're not magical, just a regular cloak.
Yes, I will enchant those later.
Gotcha. For just a regular cloak. That wouldn't be too pricey. Let me get, give me ein moment.
Okay.
Pulling up several lists because there's a lot of shopping.
Would there...
That's fine.
Just really quickly, while you're pulling up those lists, would there be a delivery fee?
I'm so fucking glad I did all my shopping above game.
That's fair. Because you're doing work with the company, no.
Okay. Just making sure.
Now, just getting a cloak, that would run you about 5 silver for a standard, you know, linen cloak. With a
Okay.
hood.
Wait, I could have
Okay.
just made you one.
It takes time.
I could have also just made you one.
It
Would have been
takes
a leather
time.
one.
If you'd like to take 5, if you'd like to add a cloak to your character sheet for 5 silver.
Okay.
Anything else?
I think all that's left is the tents and the boat.
The tents. The boat will take a bit of a conversation. There'll be a bit of roleplay. For the
I'm pitching in 5 gold, and then Nox gave me 30.
Mm-hmm.
So
you can get
left
you can get a 4-person tent for 4 gold pieces. If you want to get commissioned a pavilion-sized tent to get the entire party in one in under one roof, that would actually run you 20 gold. Though it is a bit heavy. That's about 200 pounds worth of like heavy duty like fabric.
We should probably just gonna stick with what we already agreed upon with the 2-person tents.
2-person tents? Okay. And then that'll
It'll be 5 2-person tents.
5 2-person tents. So that would be 2 gold. 2 gold
And
piece.
2. Oh yeah, for a total of 10. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I took the gold out of my inventory, and then so that leaves 25 left from Nox's share.
All right. Finally, for the boat. Okay. You go over to the carpenter, who actually is closer up. Their shop is closer to the blacksmiths, on the outskirts of the wall, like on that hill. You find
I know where the blacksmith is. I've been there. No,
Yeah.
I know where the carpenter is. I've been there.
Oh yeah, I've been there. This time it is a oh my god, brain. Actually, for once, it is a sapphire dragonborn that greets you. As you start explaining this order to her, and she just, so you want me to make a how big of a boat?
Big enough to fit 2 to 3 people.
So a rowboat. Okay.
Yes.
I can do it, though it would take a bit of time, unless you want to rush the order.
No, that just ruined the quality.
Fair enough. Thank you. For a rowboat, do you need oars as well, mate?
Yes, probably, yeah.
Okay, I can add that in as well. It isn't too much more, just a few boards. This is an older Sapphire Dragonborn, by the way. Still pretty solidly built, but nonetheless.
That's
That will run you about... God, sorry, the boat is a little bit out of left field. I know you didn't mention it to me, but it was on a different tab. Because I don't think I gave you a price.
No, you did not.
For a rowboat, oars included, that will be... if it'll find it. I might be able to make that somewhat quickly for 50 gold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds good to me. I'll,
Can't promise anything too fancy, but...
drop 5 gold. That should be enough, yeah?
Alright, and that should be done hopefully by the end of the week.
Sounds delightful. Thank you very much.
Okay. Pleasure doing business with you. As she quickly
As
turns
always.
as she quickly turns over to one of the other workers, it starts muttering gesturing clear out of space wide now,
Yeah.
like clear out all the tables. Okay.
Oh, yeah, so don't worry. I'll be able to pick it up from here.
Oh, thank you. Okay. I don't need to clear that table. That just gesture. Putting back some of the things. But anyway, alright. So, I believe that finalizes the shopping then.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, so... who exactly is heading over to the Spellwood Grotto? I know that Nox is.
I am as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna head back.
I am
have
as well.
previous engagements.
Okay.
Everyone is.
Everyone is, looks like.
Okay. So, after Nox has finished waiting, or is
I did want to have an aside with Lavender real quick.
okay, we can have that as the party is collectively making their way over to the Spellwood Grotto. If I'll change the music again.
I give 2 of the healing tonics to Farron.
Oh, hey, thank you.
Also, I want to clarify. I've been there.
Oh, that.
Quite literally meditating. I did not wait. I left.
I'll say, yeah, I'll be fine with saying that you were basically just getting there as the rest of the party is leaving.
Yeah. I just want to meditate and see how best to perform rites for this entire area of God knows what happened here, and see
Okay.
if I can get a feeling for it.
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. We'll first, I'm sorry, I'm also turning over the ambiance.
How much does the healing tonic heals for? Is it regular?
2d4 plus 2.
Yep.
All right.
So,
And I'm giving you 2 of them. And then, yeah, no, I'm also going to give 1 to Kumal.
Alrighty, sorry, just changing over.
And yeah, he'll pull Lavender aside and kind of like in a hushed tone say, "So, how your wounds doing from yesterday? They all healed up?"
Yes, they're fine. You don't need to worry about me too much. I can heal most of my wounds.
Well, I was more worried about because I happened to see you take a hit, and your blood kind of
Eh?
looks a little different than what I'm used to.
Oh, it did. Oh, oh my. I.
Kind of like a sappy color
Eh,
I was seeing.
oh, is that so? Well, I do have I do. I do have a different type of blood going through my veins. Yes, yes.
And I do happen to remember you yesterday having quite a decent wealth of knowledge about something called a dryad. Is that right?
Yes. I am. I'm quite knowledgeable. I know a few things here and there. Shake, shake.
Well, at this point, it wouldn't be that much of a problem, to be honest with me. If you decide your secret can be kept safe with me.
Uh, sorry. Oh man, sorry. It's only been like a couple days. So,
I've been presented with irrefutable evidence. I'm sorry.
it's just it's only been a couple days.
Oh, don't worry. I've had the same thing happen.
Well, there's a lot of things I don't know about myself. So, as to what I am exactly, I don't fully know.
I insight that.
If
Do you allow the insight, Kevin?
Go. You may insight if you want.
Inception.
11.
Well, she is she is telling the truth to some regard.
And the fact that she doesn't know.
Yeah, and the fact that she doesn't. No, she probably has. She has an idea what she could be. I thought. I thought, but I look. I don't look like the people that you saw across the river, do I?
There's similarities, but not a one-to-one.
Well, I'm not one. I'm not one of them. It sounds like.
Well, either way, your weird-colored blood's safe with me. He's gonna walk off.
Okay.
So, before the rest of the group gets here, did someone else want to say something?
Oh no, no.
Okay. Oh shit! Nope, wrong link.
Lavender's race has been changed from question mark to Dryad?
Question mark?
Eh?
Oh man, I haven't seen that show in forever.
I never actually watched it. But anyway.
Sorry, I had to.
So, Nox, what exactly are you doing in this place as you meditate?
I am meditating based on what Lavender's told me that they found. Trying to figure out, kind of in my own history, what the best way would be to go about trying to pass last rites for people that I have no idea what happened to. That I don't know who all they are. I don't know their race. I don't know, what they would prefer. How to go about blessing this area in a way.
Okay.
And kind of getting a feel for what needs to be done when there's no telling how to go about that. Pretty much kind of relying on like a divine sense of what can I do here to help?
Roll a religion check.
It's not gonna be good. But since I've got time, guidance.
I have faith.
Ooh, good choice. 24.
Look at that face.
So the typical, admittedly, in this regard, this is typically something done more with clergymen of Saint Nina and more the Death Pantheon. But nonetheless, which Saint Hypnosia is under that repertoire, though in other senses. The typical response for like trying to give last rites for someone who doesn't have a body anymore, or like an unknown soul, and things like that. Typically, you would create some form of effigy, based on like basically trying to make it as akin to, or providing enough like personal connection or personal resemblance to effectively have it be, well, an effigy in their stead, and then performing some form of rites on that, whether that be cremation, whether that be burying it and bringing it back to nature, sky burial, whatever the circumstances would be. Basically using the effigy as a surrogate for the body. However, typically that is done given like certain either certain offerings and certain details are added to it based on who the person is, which admittedly in this circumstance is a bit tricky. So, because the best that can really be done is at least, providing enough of a detail and effort, showing that you actually cared and putting details into this effigy beforehand, as rather than just being some ramshackle thing that you smack together. Like, for how you're familiar with new Arcaster burials and like those sorts of processes, that's the closest analog you can think of offhand. Though that's even a question of like, if this place is incredibly old, however old this place is for these trees to have been here long enough and grown so tall, if the souls are even really around anymore, or if they've either just since passed on through other means or what. Like, unfortunately, you can't really see ghosts. So, if they're still here, and if they're still, unable to, they're still unfinished business or on to the other side or whatever, there's that. Or if, they're even here, or if they're willingly here, or whatever the circumstances is, you don't know.
Or if funeral rites were performed when they died. I have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know the details about this place other than that, there's some connection to spirits here, presumably, based on what Lavender said. So,
I'm gonna throw a wrench. And, I gotta figure out which spell it is that does this. Hold on. Hold on. Make sure this is what I'm thinking. Yes, I am going to take something. And by something, I'm gonna take my pendant out, and almost like a dowsing rod, I'm gonna try something different that I've not done before.
Okay.
And, ask you a question.
Oh.
Nature?
Oh. Okay.
Real or woe, bitch.
Let me read this spell real quick. Now...
It could be wheel for good results, woe for bad, wheel and woe for both good and bad, and nothing when the results aren't especially good or bad.
Interesting. Okay. I think this is the first time any of the parties have used augury. So you're trying to use your amulet to cast augury in this place.
I'm literally kind of using it to see if it will give me any indication whether it begins moving, circling, like I said, like a dowsing rod. Holding it like a pendulum.
In that case, I might actually have to change the music. Fine moment. So, before all of this begins, I would like you to roll just a singular d20 for me.
Uh-oh. Okay. A 13.
13, okay. So, Nox, as you close your eyes and holding the pendant in your hand, it's... Admittedly, you're not exactly performing the spell as one might normally would with other means, but nonetheless, you sit down and close your eyes, kind of taking in the smell, this cool, almost like the smell of ozone in the air, like that sort of soil after a fresh rain, kind of scent. As it kind of fills your nostrils, and you feel this sort of cool presence wash over you as you hold up the pendant around in your fingers, almost like a sensor. And as the licks of cool mist begin to kind of creep at the edges of your senses, and you feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up in goosebumps over your body. What is your first question?
My first question is just going to be, will our aid here in any way help these people? Like, in performing funeral rites, will our aid here in any way help these people?
You feel a sort of calm presence, a Not super intense or anything in particular, as much as you sense the pendant growing cold. As there is a feeling of woe. However, it is not a sorrowful presence that you can feel.
So almost like it would be bad results to do funeral rites here. It would not be anything helpful to these people.
Actually, pardon. It would be weal and woe.
Okay, good and bad. So I'm not quite sure what the outcome would be.
Mm-hmm.
And you said what kind of presence? Like a sorrowful, not sorrowful.
It felt calm, almost. Rather, it doesn't really feel sorrowful or ominous or anything as that message was given.
And that's my only question.
Okay.
Because as far as I know, I can only ask one.
I thought you could ask
Per
multiple.
spell.
Hold on. Oh, it's per spell.
Yep,
Okay,
one per spell.
that is correct.
Second level spell, divination. That's all I got.
I'm thinking of
Commune.
Commune. That's right.
Yep, not commune.
Okay. So, as you open your eyes again, and that cool tingling sensation quickly begins to fade as you look back out into the canopy of violets and purples and indigos. It's around this moment that you hear footsteps behind you coming up the trail as the rest of the party begins to arrive.
Well,
Sorry we're late.
not a problem, I suppose. It's time to get started then.
Yes. After this, I think I have something to tell y'all.
I was muted.
Oh no.
Understandable.
Also muted.
In that case, I am going to begin digging my hands into the dirt.
Okay.
I said that I would have dumped everyone's tents on them because I didn't get
Just-
one for me.
Yeah, each of these tents are like, how heavy? Hang on. Each two-person tent, that's about 20 pounds each.
I'm literally already encumbered from all this gold.
Anyways, so Nox, you said you started to dig with your hands?
I'm digging my hands specifically into the dirt. Like, not digging something up, but like
okay.
digging my hands into the ground.
So you're just burying your hands into the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else the rest of the party is doing?
And I begin the 1 hour casting time.
Okay.
Even though that this doesn't work exactly the way we want, I know for a fact that I am expending the spell energy to perform a funeral rite proper.
Dasher is turning on Spectral Sight
Okay.
as we enter the spell grove.
Interesting.
Farron will start preparing himself as well for what he needs to do.
Okay.
And look for Lavender to give me directions of that one tree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go grab lunch for when they're done. Like, I'm gonna go grab some lunch and then bring it back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, in game. Okay, yeah, you're just going to grab food and heading up the hill. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll show you guys where the where that main tree is.
Mm-hmm. It takes a bit. And before you get too settled in, eventually Lavender points you in the direction of the one of the biggest trees currently within this grotto, right above where Avi is currently nesting. Where it takes a moment, kind of looking at it before eventually you do see the face sunken, and up amongst the branches, along with like the hands creeping out for branches, the feet spreading out into roots, almost as if the body is like either half melded in or the tree grew out of where this being. But nonetheless, you dig your hands into the soil of this place I presume at the base of the roots. And this I'd actually have you roll another d20 for me. 11. Check any modifier. Wow, okay. So, it takes a moment as well, of course it takes a moment, it takes an hour. As the ritual goes underway and you begin uttering your prayers, sort of sensing and sort of half kind of grabbing at some of the wooden roots at the base of this tree, trying to call out for any spirits that may be here in order to finally lay them to rest. And you feel an odd sensation go through your body as there is a sense of grief isn't the right words for it. Almost guilt as you feel at the base of this tree, as if something you had tried had failed. However, there is this feeling of acceptance of that, as you feel whatever presence is here has long since faded. At least many of the souls that were once here are gone, or have returned to the earth, and have arisen back as other beings. However, you feel as if there is any presence here, and there is, it is faint, but almost a willingness here, as if they wish to stay and watch this place. And as much as none of this is really spoken to you, you almost feel the emotions going through your mind. There is a sense of gratitude. There's a sense of hope, for lack of a better term. But almost a sense of caution, or a sense of omen, in that whatever failed here, whatever they failed to fight against, is still out there somewhere, and if it were to ever happen again, and as you make a brief communion, for lack of a better term, and a brief paying of respects to the spirit that remains here, the ceremony spell ends.
We were all there to witness that, right?
You didn't really see much of anything other than Nox's body maybe moving slightly, and if anyone was maybe watching her face, the face might contort in certain ways.
Did I see anything with spectral sight?
That's what I was hoping for.
Roll a perception check.
I'm gonna use my inspiration for this.
Okay, so this will be an advantage.
Boy.
Well, that was a waste.
I was
Go
damn.
ahead and do one more. I got one for being funny.
Unfortunately,
today.
you can only spend 1 point of inspiration.
One
per
inspiration per
Oh, I
individual roll.
forget. I'm
Yep.
It kind of
slow.
sucks.
You're fine.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate, but that's how the
That's
fate goes.
that's
So.
how the
Fate
dice
goes.
That's how the fate goes.
Mm-hmm. So,
It be like that.
you, as this connection is made, you almost feel this fog rolling in, for lack of a better term. Like, it's enough where it's hard to make out shapes and forms as much as you can kind of see movement on the peripherals and corners of your eye. It feels less like souls are wandering this place, as it, as if there are any active spirits walking around on the ethereal plane. Almost more of a memory, trying to be remembered or being recited through their minds as these sensations are washing over Nox. But the form that they're taking, the presences are, the shapes are hard to make out as for what's happening. There's movement. Clearly you can see movement. And, quick actions, but you don't see faces, you don't see intentions, you don't feel what's happening here. Unfortunately. I'm afraid this is beyond your sight.
I don't see anything here other than... And he gets a weird look on his face. This place has memory.
Does it now?
Is the land of remembering what happened here?
Well, we're gonna test that. And Baron pulls out the lead dust.
Okay. What you doing, buddy?
Farron's gonna walk up to the giant tree of where this mantle of a person is, and he's gonna do a ritual as he begins to spread the lead dust into a circle. And he then he poured it by hand out of the bag, so his hands are all dusty. As he begins to cross his legs, presenting himself front of the person, and he stretches out his hand like it's like there's a border of the lining, and he just starts muttering incantations for the ritual.
Okay.
Dasher continues to watch with spectral sight up.
Indeed. So, what effects are you trying to convey with Last Rites?
I am trying to obtain the name of this person.
The name. Okay. As you close your eyes and plant your hand at the base of this ring of powdered lead, the longer the incantation continues, everyone else would watch as the powder starts glowing at the base of the tree into this actually a very similar shade of bright indigos and violets as the leaves upon the trees, before they begin to kind of burn up into smoke and as this arcane flame, a quickly dissipating arcane flame as the flash goes out. And as you smell what's frankly not the best scent in the world of burning lead in that brief moment as it goes up, you still kind of feel this jolt or tingling sensation go through your mind as that metallic scent of lead is quickly given away to a very vaguely iron-like scent, but almost vegetal, like a sort of herbal kind of like tinge to it. You can hear shouts around you as this is happening, and the sounds of clashing of steel and the roaring and gnashing of teeth as the sounds of combat ring out around you. And if you could give me a moment, please, I need to grab something.
As Dasher sees the smoke, he backs off, immediately realizing, wait, that's lead. And he's gonna say, you might want to back up.
What, you don't want to be a Mad Hatter?
Lead poisoning.
That was an above game joke.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, Dasher will exclaim lead poisoning after he says you might want to back up.
Well,
To me or
bought
to the entire
sandwiches.
group?
To the rest of the group, I'm assuming Farron knows what he's doing.
So Farron,
Yes.
you almost feel the rusted, crude, metallic spear embed itself in your back. As the cool sensation of blood spills down, everyone sees there is no wound. As you feel a sense of weakness, a feeling of draining, as you feel the life giving way from your body for a moment. And at the very corners of your mind, in those last moments before this person died, you can almost hear, Maltair! A feminine voice, almost quickly rushing to come over to you before it's too late. I'll spell that. In common, it would roughly translate to Maltair Bark Petal.
Is there a way I can find the origin of the what the root name may be?
History check. $16. The closest analog you can even think of is like, it kind of sounds like Elvish, but like it seems different. If it doesn't sound exact, or if it's for a type of name or a type of people that you don't know.
So is it something I can assume? Do I know that that elves were associated with Fae or no?
With a 16, Fae are especially remembering a New World thing. In that they did not exist before the Cataclysm, really. There were nature spirits, and there are some elves that did make communion connections to these beings. However, the Fae, as we know it, which admittedly is Jack All, but the elves predate the Fae, and there is no obvious connection that you know of or aware of. As in, there is no direct bond between the Fae and the elves outside of the name, calling them that.
And what I got from this vision was that the fact that this person was stabbed in the back by a rusty cold spear.
Mm-hmm. You also kind of had a whiff of this smell, not only of blood, but like, it's an awful smell of like matted fur and like almost like that musky, like wet animal kind of scent mixed with like, I hate to say it, but it's the smell of like feces and filth.
In this vision, okay, so I'm feeling sensations mostly from the back, or am I feeling like I'm in a whole kind of like person? Like, do I feel things in my hand?
You look down to realize that your fist was clenched as if trying to grab at something, probably a weapon, in one hand. The other hand was loose, a bit looser, but also kind of like clenching as if maybe they were either casting a spell or trying to grab for something. Or, reaching out for whoever was calling for them before they've dropped. Whatever it was, you get that sensation that, like, whatever that impact was, that effectively was almost an immediate, like gone. Like they were failing. Their body was failing.
Is there, like, any sense of feeling of magic from the spear or from the person?
Not that you can feel, at least. It's hard to really get a feeling for that. To really kind of sense for that, really. Because most of what you're feeling is emotion and stimulus. Sight, sound, hearing. If they...
Well,
there is no sensation of, like, oh, this was magic or not. That really isn't a sense in your body. Nor, presumably, for them.
So I'm feeling dread?
Dread, that sense of... almost that sense of, like, cold. As the life is leaving the body.
Of their last moment.
I'm hiding the circlet after this ritual is completed. Did I see anything watching Keen do this ritual? Like, did I see anything with his body using spectral sight? Because that's going to be up the whole entire time that we are here.
I'll say I'll let you make one more perception check.
Okay.
15. Where the presence before was a bit hard to really pin out, now that you're actively looking for it and know what to look for as this ritual is happening, it's weird. You start making out forms of almost silhouettes and shapes, almost humanoid figures. Almost seems to be people, humanoids in armor with weapons. Though there seems to be, like, either extensions or parts of it, like the shape of the silhouette, you can tell that they're not human. However, whatever they're fighting is almost invisible to you, as if, like, they're either fighting invisible creatures or whatever souls of these beings they're fighting aren't here anymore.
Right.
And even though presumably people on both sides died here, if this is a battlefield. However,
so would you say I'm witnessing the memory of the battle, since I'm not, since I don't seem to see any souls?
Possibly. I mean, the shapes that you're seeing are faint, much less of these more kind of at least starker color distinction you see in, like, the auras surrounding people while this site is active, and presumably the site of souls.
This was a battleground. Dasher just says flat out. This was a battleground.
One of the beings you can basically almost directly above where, or directly behind where Farron is currently kneeling, currently sitting, I should say. There is a, you don't really see the impact as much as you watch the body kind of, like, jolts, as if, like they suddenly took a sharp intake as the body kind of clenches, before they kind of kneel down, and the shape kind of turns, arm turning back, with, like, weapon in one hand, presumably either hand outstretched in the other, in a very similar position to the body currently growing and expanding from the tree. and eventually it fades. As Farron, you return to your senses and the spell ends. That sensation you felt before is gone, but you still remember the name.
Altair Bark Petal. And since this is his grave on onto this tree, Farron will find a place on the part of the bark where it's clear, and will try and carve out the name because it's for like a tombstone.
You're doing this on the tree?
Maybe, but like that right now he's just looking
No,
at
the moment you start to reach and actually put the knife to the tree, I will stop you.
No, he's just feeling up the tree before, if anything, first. He's gonna try and examine the face, or if there's any detail that may decipher who what race this person could be, or any hints that could draw him to with that name that he was given.
Roll a nature check.
Dasher is taking a scarf out.
Casting guidance.
Okay.
Dasher is taking a scarf out, putting it around his mouth, so it doesn't breathe in much of the fumes.
The fumes are gone.
Yeah, the spell consumes it.
Yeah, the spell basically to describe it. Yeah, the lead burned up and turned to magic.
Right.
There is no
reason
fumes
I was
left,
concerned.
really.
Okay, the reason I was concerned was because lead's toxic as fuck.
That's fair. Yeah, there was that brief smell of lead, and then it's gone.
Yeah, no. Dasher doesn't know this. He's still doing that. And
so with a 13, sort of collaborating. Actually, Dasher, do you say anything about what you just saw, or are you keeping that information to yourself?
Dasher said this place was a battlefield.
And as you kind of take that note, looking at where the face is and kind of like the body, like where you can see of legs are kind of twisted in a weird way of like, okay, that makes sense. They didn't really get the chance to die in a nice, position. You can almost make out, like, if like kind of imagining where a body would be, where the bones would be, the limbs and everything. The majority of the branches from this tree seem to be coming out of the arms and the hands as they would splay out in the fingers, as well as from the back of the head. Basically right where on you, the base of your head would meet your spine.
Right.
Along with sort of further down the back, and then kind of crawling upward.
Right.
Which is around where you felt that stabbing pain, presumably where the spear wound was.
Dasher is going to go over to behind where the spear entered.
It's Dasher is here. I cast an expedition.
Fair.
Dasher casts exposition, counter spells with exposition.
Respect. Yeah, you turn around
as.
Oh, sorry.
As he reaches out towards where the wound would have been.
There is a pretty thick, heavy, healthy branch in that place. That's almost where you can almost see different splitting branches kind of spewing off where the spear would be.
So the spear is not in the tree still.
If it was, it would be basically where the spear was. It would have been effectively wrapped around and consumed, like enveloped by the tree.
Yeah, as tree do.
The spear might still be in her back.
I will say with Maltair, it is a masculine name. That much
Sorry,
presence you know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was a masculine
No-
name, feminine voice that said the name.
All right.
I don't
his
think
back.
trying to remove a spear from that tree is advisable.
Yeah, you look over to see Gal coming back with like trays and like plates.
Hello, I brought sandwiches. Who's hungry?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm assuming both Dasher and Farron are going to cast Exposition towards Gal.
Yep.
Oh, well, that sounds delightful.
So, quick question: what does the 17? I know I got like
17. Yeah.
what the branches branch outward. There's a young branch that's apparently growing from the back end where the wound would be.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Sorry, was there any other questions?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Well, also from Farron. Like you definitely get the semblance that, like, of course, you know, this tree either grew from or grew out of this individual. And presumably this is one of, if not the oldest trees in this grove.
Dasher would probably have leather scraps on him, like a large enough leather scrap to just write out, if he carved into it, the name.
Language are we using?
Good question.
If something's more elven, I can write it.
He will take out a... I'm assuming leatherworking tools would have this just so that you could mark out on leather where you're putting decorations. He will pull out...
You have a file and a hammer, you know?
No, I was going to say a stick of charcoal.
Oh, yeah, that works too.
Yeah, he was going to put a stick of charcoal so...
Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry. Yeah.
So that we could mark out the actual... So that Gal couldn't mark out the name.
Mark where to mark it. Well, mark where to carve it.
Just, like, write the name down. That way Dasher could fill it out.
Yeah, I can do that.
Would you mind if I do it?
Oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay,
What language
Yeah.
do you write this in?
Sylvan.
And Farron, as you watch Lavender begin to write it out, you have that sensation of, like, that looks right. As if, like, that seems like that's what it should be. That's what it should look like.
He takes he then like is Lavender just writing this on the floor or like putting it on the tree to start writing on the leather?
I presumed it was, you know, that Gal handed Lavender, like, the charcoal or whatever to start marking it on the leather.
To start marking it so that I could actually inscribe it into the leather.
Yeah. Oh, that's not... It's not elvish.
Yeah, no, it's a little different.
With the leatherworker's tools.
It's the language of nature. Hi.
What? Druidic?
No. That's a whole nother language entirely.
Plus, it's not even a quote language, but anyway.
Bruh!
Well, yeah, it's
Close enough.
Yeah, Druidic is a whole other thing. Anyway.
As Lavender finishes up Dasher will take it back and he will start working on imprinting the name using leatherworking tools.
Yeah, you start imprinting onto the leather, using the tools you have, marking out the symbols that, while you can't really read it, you can still at least follow the lines.
Right. And I'm gonna do a leatherworking tools check.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Following the trace, what would this be?
I'll say just dexterity. Also, where are you putting this leather on the tree?
I am going to after so this is going to I'm going to basically have it so that this is essentially a hardened leather scrap that is just sitting against the tree.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I was more asking like is there a specific spot you're pinning it on the tree?
It is going to be at the tree base, at the base of the tree.
Okay.
As a grave marker.
All right.
Natural 20 duality of man.
Hey.
Damn!
Oh yeah, that one on the other side.
24.
It is. Admittedly, this is a pretty, you at least try to trim and try to clean up the strip as best you can for the sake of making basically a banner, for lack of a better term. And it looks impeccable. You follow the lines exactly in the fairly short span of time, considering the whole situation. And you kind of mark it. It's less that you feel a hand guiding you, and almost as if there is this sense of like encouragement, like, yeah, you're doing it right. And as you go to place it at the base, you kind of almost feel this like slight tingling or pressure sensation underneath your arms that kind of makes you want to put it higher. And as if you follow that sensation, or if you let it,
you will do so.
You feel it kind of going higher and higher up a bit until it reaches right below the face where the neck would be, almost as if wearing a necklace. And you have materials around to effectively pin it there.
He'll do so.
Mm-hmm. And as it
he'll probably instead of pinning it into the tree, he will probably take some leather twine.
Yeah, something to
tie that together to the sign and just hang it there.
Mm-hmm. It takes a little bit to fixate it in the right spot, but you manage to hang the name of this vigilant soldier around his neck as the face watches on at the river beyond, waiting, ready.
And realizing that this was a soldier, Dasher will give a salute.
Is there anything else the party wishes to do in this space?
I think I heard Kevin said they wanted to do something, and if not, I wanted to ask Nox and Lavender a question.
It's only a quick little thing. Just I'll cast. I know this is not going to do anything. But this is a last rites cure wounds on at the wound.
At the base of where the spear wound was.
Yes.
Okay.
And again, not a symbolic gesture of anything.
There's a brief kind of pulse of green of your magic moving through this being, and the luster of some of these bright, vibrant leaves above you almost, ironically enough, the same color as lavender wisteria. As some of them, some remain vibrant, but others begin to almost dislodge leaves within their body, beginning to fall around you as if they are preparing for the winter to come.
Mm.
So, I will say in that case, unless there's any final things other than the
Yeah,
quick discussion. We'll have to keep it quick. We're running a bit over.
Yeah, no, it was gonna be real quick. He's gonna go over to Nox and Lavender's like, hey, can I talk to you both for a second, please?
Sure.
Nox? You're muted.
Uh-oh.
My hands
Nox?
are dirty. I'm right here.
Well, let's
There's a
clean
creek
them off
nearby
so you
if
can
you
eat
wanna wash them.
sandwich. Wash the hands, hand the sandwich.
Sandwich!
So, back when that whole incident happened, I don't really remember the about 3 days surrounding that incident, and I was wondering if you could help me out a little bit on that.
You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific. Al, what incident are you talking about?
The me dying incident.
I look at Lavender like, me time? What are we missing here?
It's like, you mean, what do you mean you died?
Oh,
Oh,
right.
you died. I thought you said me time. I was so confused. No, he died. He has no heart or whatever. He was cursed.
Yeah.
Oh, right, you mentioned that, yes. Okay,
It's
How-
complicated.
how can we help then?
My thought is, if I can remember what happened within that time period, it might help in finding a solution to the problem.
Right.
And both of you know a lot more about that kind of thing than I would.
Gal, as you're beginning to have this conversation, you're aware of your own heart beating.
Ew.
Uh-oh.
It's like a really like you ate something that just didn't like taste good. Or like you got like iron, the taste of iron in your mouth. He's kind of got that look on his face, like, oh,
Do I see that shit?
I'm not hiding. He's not able to hide it.
You good?
Oh. He's gonna like hold his chest a little bit, like, oh, that does not feel right.
Sniff,
heart.
sniff.
Wait, doctor?
Sniff,
Sniff! Double sniff!
Are you
sniff, sniff.
I hate this.
We need a nurse.
Nox and Lavender really
No.
said inhale.
Okay, so you're performing a medicine check on Gal.
Mhm.
He's gonna like undo his jacket.
Quick question: is this an aside?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
So, Lavender, you go to check for a pulse, kind of going for his wrist. It feels faint. In particular, though otherwise you're not sure what really to look for. Nox, where before when I believe you've performed analyses of Gal's body.
I believe I've porned before.
No.
That's what I thought you said.
Performed.
It just slurred together. And it was like, I believe you've porned before. And I was like, I don't think Nox has, actually.
Wait, no, the first session.
If you have, that's a fair point. If you have, I believe you performed analyses of Gal's body, medical
I have,
examinations,
yes.
where before The pulse was faint. You go to check the other wrist, it's stronger this time. You go to check, you go to kind of put a hand or put an ear up to Gal's chest to listen. You hear a heartbeat. And you can almost kind of feel it like boom, 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 boom.
When did this start?
This morning?
Insight check. May I insight check this
Yep.
man?
Go ahead. Not hiding it. It happened this morning.
But that's not when it started, was it?
It's likely
Pretty sure.
it might have started.
No, I thought it
when
started when
we-
the drum hit.
I was about to say, Gal, I
Yeah.
will recall that the first time you really felt it was when the drum was hit.
Okay, well, I thought for him, he equates it like to have it actually started this morning.
Mm-hmm. That's how he interprets it. As like this started unprompted, you know, this morning.
How are you feeling?
I feel fine, just kind of. It's just it feels odd.
Gal, can you cast magic? You can,
Yeah.
correct? Cantrip?
A rippling orb.
Coming from your fingertips, you know, this aqueous substance.
Actually, I would have actually mage hand.
Oh, mage hand? Yeah, okay. Are you doing anything with the mage hand, or?
Tuffle Typhoon's feathers with it.
Okay. Yeah, there's a brief moment before as the hand kind of gestures before moving, as Typhoon's just like, "Hey!" as you watch the feathers kind of puff up a bit.
No, come on, you're a good kid.
Mm.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, this
I
is
felt-
interesting.
I felt it too this morning. The
You
heartbeat.
also is that abnormal for you?
It's. I thought it was as a side effect of using that drum. It's not. It wasn't bad though.
Oh.
Just a small. Just like a memory of its own.
Yeah, now that you call the drum, I like this even less.
Now that you have gifted me with holy water, and now that I've got a bad feeling,
Oh. One moment, please.
Oh
within
boy.
30 feet of me in these
Oh,
woods,
no.
I need to know. And I also need to know. Nature. This is very, very important. Most important part of why I'm casting this.
Mm-hmm.
If there is an object within 30 feet of me that has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
Dasher is within the 30 feet, by the way.
I know.
Well, let's see. We got a celestial. I'm technically a thief.
If the spear is still in the tree,
So
there's a possibility that I would be able to feel it if
this
is
is
part of
weird.
this.
Firstly,
Everything's going off.
before even looking at Gal, you get this weird presence. It is very faint, but looking over at the tree, there is, of course, a sensation of Fey. That it almost seems to be, like, diluted and spread out through this place. It's sort of more consecrated than desecrated, but nonetheless. However, two things. One, actually, yeah, Typhoon is of course lighting up as a celestial. Lavender is lighting up as Fae.
I say
And
nothing.
and Gal, this is weird. Of course, as a tiefling, he kind of pops up as fiend a little bit, though it's kind of mild. Not really the same presence of like, oh, there's a devil in front of you. Whereas, specifically at his heart, you are sensing simultaneously Fae and Aberration.
Oh no!
Oh, fuck.
Does
Awesome.
does the detect good and evil also detect the scrolls that are in Farron's bag?
Technically yes, however, there's little to no presence.
Probably because it's not magical.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I, making no, like, perfect poker face, I lean and I look over at Farron, see the slight fiend. I lean, I look over at Gal. I lean, I look back over at Farron. Lean, look back over at Gal, and I go, well, fuck.
I don't
And on
like that
that
response.
Just to be clear, because I would be within the 30 feet.
There is no response. There is no reaction.
Cool.
from- yeah.
Awesome. Just
Hold
making
up.
sure.
As... Oh, actually,
There's one line I want to say before we end it off.
Okay. I'll allow it.
I know it's not an explosion, but I think this might be my problem.
And as those words are uttered and sandwiches are dropped from mouths, I'm afraid that's where we're gonna have
con
to end
check.
the
I will not
session.
waste my sandwich.
All right, fine. For Nox, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I haven't touched my sandwich yet.
Well, for
I'm
some.
waiting
No,
till
my
we get back.
sandwich.
My sandwich! It was innocent!
All right, fine. Deck saves to catch sandwiches.
Yeah. No, okay.
I ate mine like an animal.
Like I thought I inhaled mine like a Kirby, like not even chewing.
Yep, Gal's fine.
I don't have to save it because it's already been eaten.
My sandwich is still wrapped up. I'm
And
not.
so, as that line is uttered, I'm afraid that's where we're gonna have to end this session of Legends of Nordareth Striking Cold Iron.
Uh-oh, Piscadio.
Boy!
Weird.
I'm glad I'm going on vacation.
Aren't we glad we're going on vacation?
Yeah. And we're gonna have to look. We're gonna have to look forward to what's gonna happen next session, because I think it's either gonna be next session or the session after. We're going to a Nathan, boys.
No, we're gonna help. We're gonna go do the plurp stuff.
Well, that too, but nonetheless.
That too.
And then
That should be a
also,
short one.
we still have the rest of the day. I need to have that sparring match with Thurnesh.
Oh,
Because
right,
that
right.
hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
Attention, boss.
Okay,
We
within
got
the
him.
next 5
Found the bay.
sessions.
I was about to say, Dasher's not going anywhere until he gets his chakras unblocked.
Ornithopter.
I need to make sure aggro's okay.
We'll get to that next time. But either way,
And make
Well.
until then, I'm afraid we'll have to wait and see what happens next time on Legends of Nordareth Striking Cold Iron. For those of you who are interested in discussing further what the fuck just happened, there is a
What's
link.
that?
Oh.
The fuck's with that?
Indeed.
The fuck's a donkey?
Anyways, there's a link to the Discord in the About section of Twitch down below. There's also a YouTube channel, youtube.com/natureclaws, where the VODs and also highlights when they are complete periodically go up. And if you want to check out the earlier episodes of the various games, the next session, hopefully, fingers crossed, will be on Friday for Legends of Nordareth New World's Frontier, of which they will actually be having their own Samhain celebration.
How are they ahead of us in the time?
Yeah, it's weird.
We worked so hard to get first in the time.
I'm sorry, man. But yeah.
kick a brother down. Do it. No, I'm just kidding.
But yes, I stream D&D, of course, here. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And also, if I am capable and willing, there are also variety game streams on the weekends. I believe that is everything to cover.
Yeah, where we play a whole bunch of Genshin Impact. By the way,
Indeed.
version 3.0 just came out. Dendro's finally released.
Fuck yeah! I'm getting my Snake Daddy! I mean, what?
He's not out yet.
Damn it!
Because the question keeps on being asked, I had to post it in Roll20 chat what the fuck a donkey is. I'm not
Anyways.
apologizing.
Dasha, I can't read.
on that note, I hope everyone enjoyed the session. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their day, whatever time zone they are currently in. I hope everyone, hopefully we'll see you guys next time, and we'll see if we can find someone to raid.
And I'll see some of you tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
No, you won't. You won't get
boy.
here until after midnight. It'll be Friday.
Lie.
Let's see here.
Fuck you lying.
Why you always lying?
So,
Oh my
let's see
God.
who's currently online.
Stop fucking lying.
Why the fuck you dying?
That also works.
Stop
Wait, Nietzsche, you
fucking
stream D&D?
dying. Yeah.
Since when?
Oh shit.
For a while now.
Can we
actually.
get a stream going?
Yeah,
That
can we
sounds
get in
pretty
on
cool.
that? That sounds
Maybe.
dope.
We'll think about it. We'll think about it.
Okay, yeah.
We'll talk
Only
about
if
that
you
later.
got time.
Ooh, Kira's streaming currently. Kira's currently streaming. Momo's streaming.
Why you
Momoshiki?
always lying?
Let's see. Tori is currently
That's a
streaming as well.
Boruto joke.
Anime.
Microsoft Word can't handle this.
Bruh.
I asked it to reduce the size of the text, and it was like, ah!
If you all start streaming, I volunteer to haunt your chat when feasible. That is fair. We'll have to see how that works.
Hey,
How that works
hey,
out.
here's something interesting that I'm not going to recommend for rating.
Oh.
Apparently, Probate's playing the Power Rangers RPG.
Oh boy.
The looks of it.
Interesting.
John, I have a question.
Yes.
For the commission for the meditation bowls, when is what's the rough estimate?
Probably by the probably within the next couple days.
Oh, okay.
And also, you gotta keep in
I
mind
can
all
wait
the other
for
shit we
until
already
now.
All the
Okay.
other commissions, yeah, they're doing double time for a few things now.
I'm going to tip him afterward.
Oh, me too. Alright.
You too?
That
All right.
sounds rough.
We can
Yes,
raid.
me too.
Yeah, and then when we come back, I'm stuck dragging a boat.
Let's see. We raided Peachy last time, Peachy Momo, though they are playing Genshin.
We can raid the crowned DM who's currently streaming D&D.
Who is
The crowned DM.
the crowned DM?
I was going to suggest Pie Really Goodful.
I really go for. Okay, I'll look at both of these people.
Sorry, Goodyful. PIERELLYGOODIFUL.
Hey guys, hold on. Be quiet for a second. Guess what?
But
Are you ready for this?
sure.
Yeah.
Say hi. Say hi.
Yeah.
Suckers.
Hello, who is this?
Here
Who's
the
this?
whole time.
Wait.
Wait, what? You're already there? God damn it!
Yeah.
You fool!
Yes, the bunch.
It's a miracle! You managed to get Plains to start speaking out of B's mic! What type of sorcery is this?
It's a type of possession.
Oh, shit, you're right.
So, did planes just literally planeswalk to the same plane and land at B's house?
Yeah.
Maybe.
We took the ferry.
Nah, they set up a
God.
teleportation circle.
No.
They've been there for a year. Somehow. We don't
No,
know how.
Mono.
Damn it,
Mono,
Plains, I can't believe you took the ferry without me.
Mono,
God
he
darn
didn't
it.
take the ferry, he got there faster. You're taking the ferry.
Alright.
No,
It's
we're all taking
looking
the ferry.
like... Crown DM looks like they're doing some homebrew Elden Ring D&D stuff? Maybe, which looks interesting.
Elden Wang.
And then Pie Really Goodful only has 7 viewers right now. We can change that.
What am I doing?
We can go raid. I'll follow both of them, but nonetheless. Let's go and raid Pie Really Goodful.
Me too.
You're ready
I do
for 2 days from now?
I do appreciate the snack. That is a very good snack.
There he is.
Oh my fucking. Sorry, in the Discord, they're fucking. they're VCing. Or sorry, they turned on their camera.
Look at it.
Hey! It's a good thing we're not showing the cameras, or else that might be TOS. I don't think it is. But anyway.
Y'all look
not.
like D&D
Yeah, it's
goblins. I'm proud.
We
It's-
are
it's fine.
goblins.
Hi.
But
The
anyway.
race ain't allowed yet.
Alright, what's our raid message?
Yo, Nala.
No.
Oh no,
We're
this
all
is an
goblins.
explosion, but it might be my problem.
Gal, we have a problem.
It's coming.
What? I like Gal, we have a problem.
Yeah, we have a problem.
Gal. Actually, we'll do it all caps. Gal, we have a problem.
Don't do it in all caps,
Oh.
because a lot of Twitch streamers have cap things.
That's fair. There we go. That works. Alright. Alright, go show Pie really good fools and the love and support. Go have fun. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.